Yeah, so all right, where were we? So A4, no more moves. Waiting for a move here. Let's go. Vincent's game is okay, waiting for a move here. Prague's game, I guess we're just waiting on a move, but it should be a draw. How about Disrespect Speedrun late title Tuesday? I'll probably get back to it soon, but I want to kind of cover this still because these games could have some life to them. Not likely, but there could be some life. Thanks so much to Dwayneism for the tier 1. Thanks so much to Dwayneism. Appreciate it. You came from the other side. Is that computer desk floating? There's no wall. No, normally I come the other way, but it's also clear. I can come from either side, so doesn't matter. But yes, normally I do come the other way. Thank you so much, Chessburger TV, for the raid with 94. Thank you so much, Utterly Flabbergast for the prime and Billy Siev for the 4 months.
Thank you.
I thought Prague was 2700. Not yet. There's Epic Wolves for 3. He's been I think he's been close, but he's not there yet. How's the weather in Florida? It's nice and warm. It's great. What can I say? This is not the new PC with the 4090. I'll deal with that after my streams this week, because the problem is, like, once I take it out, if I try to plug it in, let's just say it doesn't have enough HDMI ports, or I need to go buy a cord, then I'm kind of screwed. Because let's just say tonight I want to do it, but then, like, it's like 7 p.m. I'm working on setting it up, and I'm like, uh-oh, I'm missing a cord. I got to go to Best Buy. It's going to be hectic, stressful. No need for that. So, but yes, it has a 4090, of course, because, you know, if you're playing chess on stream, chess is very intensive. Everybody asks how's the weather in Florida. Nobody asks how's Florida. I think there's a pair one for extra 100 bits. Thank you so much. Yep. How many monitors do I have? I just have 2. Basic. Man, the chess con is going to be popping out with a 4090. Exactly. Prague will get 2700. Thank you so much to Aftab. Pervez for the 11 months. Thank you so much. Yeah, best game. Chess is the, what do you mean, best game in history or what? I mean, I think chess is actually the best game ever invented. Hot take, but I'll say it. I think chess is the best game ever invented. No other game has maintained prestige for as long, and had so many booms. Just, I mean, it's a hot take, but I actually think it's true. Thanks so much to KT Dub for the 29 months. Like, there's no other game that's been like. There's no other game that's been around for like 1500 years and like kept the prestige. Literally, it's insane, actually. Thanks so much to G Photos for the 23 months. Appreciate it.
G Photos just subscribed. Hey at GMHikaru, what's this about a new computer?
I think chess had a revival because of Twitch. I don't think it has anything to do with Twitch. I think it's more I don't know where exactly it's coming from. Obviously YouTube plays a big role, but I think it's more like YouTube and events and things of that nature. Why does Prague say 0-0? I don't know, but I do think it's basically what happens is a lot of people who've come into chess, they go somewhere. It's like you have paths. You can go on YouTube, you can go on Twitch, you can go on chess.com. Those seem to be like the 3 biggest spots where you go to look, and then you go to one of those things. So yeah. All right, anyway, don't you think chess is getting boring with computers? It's not as creative. Maybe classical chess is not as exciting, but I mean, like, Rapid and Blitz are as exciting as ever. I love playing Rapid and Blitz. Rook A6 is a move. Rook A4 is probably Rook A6 is black goes Rook B7. I mean, you can play. I mean, you can play this and just like players can go home early and get a nice little dinner. But I don't. Prague seems to like these really long games. So I don't know if he's going to go Rook A6 or he's going to go H4. So we'll see. Chess needs an update. Chess doesn't need an update. That's why it's the greatest game ever invented. Why am I watching games on Chess24? Because unfortunately the chess.com servers are getting overloaded. Everybody's trying to go on to chess.com as though there's no tomorrow, and it's just insane. I mean, my guess is like they probably the scalability. Again, I'm not some tech wizard, so I don't know how it is, but I'm betting they had some charts of what the projected growth could be, and it's like they probably had it up to like 100% or something capacity where it could increase, and then it went up by like 400% capacity. And it's like, uh-oh, we weren't ready for that. That's my guess, though. I think somebody shot Ray Corial for the prime. Yeah, but you are a data scientist. Exactly, you guys. I mean, that's my guess. Again, I don't know exactly how scaling works, but I'm betting it's something like they were prepared for like 100% increase of usage, but not like 400% usage, which is probably what happened. Yeah. Distributed systems are very complicated. People don't realize how hard it is to scale. Maybe. So yeah. All right. Why do I think Vita isn't playing very well? What is Vita playing in? I don't know what he's playing in even. Oh, Magnus game was a draw, by the way. Magnus draws this game, very disappointing. We're left with 2 games. We have Noterbeck, who's desperately trying to hang on against Vincent, and we have Prague. Unclear what's going to happen.
Thanks. Would you say poker is second best game ever?
I think there's thermodynamics for 2 months. I think there's thermodynamics. Of course, you got to know the laws. So, all right. Yeah, you guys, I know you're mentioning like a Levy video. I'm not going to watch it, okay? Please. Just please. No baiting. No baiting. Not right now. You guys have been baiting me the whole time. So, yeah. All right. Why am I not participating in this tournament? Because I'm not participating in it. That's why. Yeah. Any chance you play Blitz? Maybe a little bit later. I will. Play Joe Bava. I could play Joe Bava. I want to see this this game between Kamer and Noterbeck though. I want to see what happens because this is a very relevant game for everything. Yeah, I'm just getting tired of all these stupid questions, you guys. Just like chill. Just chill. I should do a Tal speed run, but I don't know what a Tal speed run would be. That means like what does that mean? And why am I showing this on chess24? Because chess.com is down. That's what it is. Yeah. Is Late Title Tuesday canceled? I think Late Title Tuesday is happening. I think Late Title Tuesday is happening. I could have yeah, I was invited to the tournament, but I chose not to play. But I was invited, yeah. Okay, so in the meantime, while we're waiting for this, let's see what happens here. Like, let's see what Noterbeck does here. Probably you just wait, like Rook B1 or Rook B2 or something along these lines. Any options while chess.com's upgrading system? Not really. I mean, you can play on Lichess if you want to, but that's really the only other site these days. You have basically 2 sites. You have chess.com and you have Lichess, and I mean, maybe there are other sites that, but it's going to be hard to get games. That Kasparov what? No, Kasparov chess. I don't even know what Kasparov chess is at this point. What are the appearance fees in Vicon Zabe ballpark numbers? I don't really know. I mean, yeah, it's very hard to judge what they are. Very hard to judge. But I do think they got more sponsorship this time around, because it's not a jubilee, but I think this is the 85th year that they're running it, so I think they got a little bit more sponsorship. So yeah, it's not a server problem, it's a database problem. Okay, thank you so much to Arm for the Prime, appreciate it. Am I doing a disrespect speedrun? I could do it. I might do it in a second. I also like, I'm kind of waiting because like if I'm kind of waiting because like also what I do today changes a lot depending on whether there's a late title Tuesday or not. I mean, my gut says there's probably not going to be a late title Tuesday, but we'll see. Also, for those of you guys who are asking me about like playing in Tata Steel, I'm very glad that I chose not to, because as people know, I've been sick for the last like 3 weeks. It hasn't been like major or anything, but I have been a little bit under the weather for the last like 3 weeks. I only just recovered this past weekend, so it was actually really good that I chose not to play, because I got sick right as I was leaving Kazakhstan, and it would have been very tough to play. How does Noterbeck draw this? Well, he probably sits and waits here, and you hope. But actually, the problem is at some point there might be a G4 trick to win the pawn or win the knight. So maybe actually, you know, after it's so hard, like, you don't want to play H5 mainly because like if I can randomly set up the knight here, like everything is so weak that you don't want to really commit to playing H5. Like you'd love to play like G5 or something, but very, very hard to judge. Chess.com is going to start losing members if the server issues continue when you log and you can't get a game. I actually agree with that, but I think they still are being given the benefit of the doubt. If I had to guess, I would bet it's probably like I'm betting if they don't sort it out within the next 2 weeks, it'll become a real issue. But I think if they sort it out within the next 2 weeks, it'll still be fine. That's one way to fix the issue, just have less members, right? I think it's under Lucius and Fabula for the two. Yeah, I mean, for right now, I think that's what it is. I think for right now, it's just kind of basically they have a little bit of a grace period, but at some point, like, people are gonna be like, okay, this is ridiculous, you can't fix it, then that's that. But I think they still have like another week or two. I think there's that Benjamin Siu for the tier 1. Thank you so much. If you get known as unreliable, it can be hard to recover. Yeah, obviously, but I think they have time. They have a little bit of time still, I think. And also, frankly, what are your options? Let's be real. What are your options? Lee chess, that's it. That's your only other option realistically that you can go to. I mean, Yahoo chess, yes, you guys, it's the 1990s. Yeah, the 1990s again. Yahoo chess. Probably h5 or rook b1 or moves. Hess will be commentating. Okay, well, Robert Hess, you said, will be commentating on the event. So we're gonna take a short break then from the chess, and we're gonna talk about my daily, not daily, but we're gonna talk about the wall of shame. So I was alerted to this game that was played. I'm gonna do a short. Let me pull this up. I was alerted to a game that was played by Mr. Bobby. Oh, thank you, Sky Blue Matt, for the 50 gifted. Thank you so much. Oh, let me change the scene. So I was alerted to a so let me change the scene. Why can't I find anything on here? So weird. Okay, so we're gonna change the scene, you guys. I was alerted to this game that was played by Mr. Robert Hess. I believe this was yesterday. And there's this game that was played between, let me adjust the board a little bit, between Robert Hess with the white pieces and my brother with the black pieces. And it didn't go very well for Mr. Hess. Adjust this a little bit. Just for my daily bit of wait, this is too small. Since you guys mentioned it, you do get it. So I will show you guys a quick game that was played. I believe this was yesterday between, of course, between Mr. Robert Hess with the white pieces and my brother with the black pieces. Now, of course, as you guys know, Robert Hess is a GM and my brother is simply about 2200 master level. The game starts with b3. We got e5. Why can't I hear it? We got bishop b2. We got d6. We got e3 here. Pretty normal by Robert. He's trying to play like me, actually. He's trying to play like b3, e3, bishop b2. We got g6, h4 played. Bad move by Robert. Definitely not what you'd recommend to people who are new to the game. But he tries to play a wing pawn attack. So we get knight to f6, which prevents white from playing h5 here. You get pawn to d4. We get e takes d4. We get queen takes d4. Let me refresh it so that you can hear the sounds. Sounds should be good. Of course, I just ruined it. Why can't I hear sounds? Am I stupid, you guys? Am I stupid? I can't hear sounds. Can you guys hear sounds? Can you? You can hear sounds. Okay, so let's start over. So yeah, so this was a game, of course, played yesterday between Robert Hess and my brother. The game starts out with b3. We get e5, bishop b2, d6, e3, g6. We get h4, knight f6, d4, takes, and now bishop g7, knight to c3. Again, pretty normal here. We got knight c6, bishop b5. I would have played queen d2 probably, with the idea of trying to castle to the queen side, but Robert plays bishop to b5. We get bishop d7, takes, knight to f3, knight to h5 here, queen to d2, queen d7. Again, remains pretty balanced. Maybe it's a little bit preferable for black with the bishop pair. Bishops are really well placed here. We get castles. Now we got this move rook d g1 played by Robert, which really just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, I guess the idea is that he wants to go knight d4 here, but of course this would hang a pawn. So he goes rook g1. Idea to then play knight d4. The pawn will be guarded, and maybe g4 a little bit later on. We get rook h8, knight to d4. We get knight to f6 back. Knight takes bishop. Queen takes knight. Queen d4. King b8. And now Robert goes g4, trying to play g5 or maybe h5. No fossils really exist here, because if you move the knight anywhere, you hang the bishop on g7. We get bishop to h8, lining up knight e4, knight d5, or maybe even knight h5. Queen f4 is played by Robert. My brother plays knight d5. Now, knight takes g4, of course, would be a stronger move, because if white takes knight with the rook, you lose the rook on h1. And if you take back with the queen, now I simply take the knight on c3. And here, if we do the math, you'll see ichi ni san yon go roku shichi or nana, ichi ni san yon go roku. So you're plus one pawn. so that would be good. So, but instead he plays knight to d5 here. We get knight takes knight, bishop takes bishop, king takes bishop, and now we get queen takes knight on d5. We get rook to d1, queen to e5, rook d4, and now we get c5, trade, pawn takes. Of course you have to take with the pawn, because if you take with the rook after rook d2, you have this backwards pawn is a little bit weak on d6. So he takes, rooks come off. Now black controls the d5. You can maybe line up the classic XQC kebab with rook d2 to impale the meat. We get king c3 being played by Hess. b5, we get rook h2, king c7, get h5. Now we get b4 here, king to c4, and king to c6. For those of you guys who are wondering what it is, I will pull it up very quickly. Just a little clip. This is what I am referring to, obviously, just very briefly. It's a very short clip that we will take a look at. But
it's the polearm.
But we have a very quick clip that I will show for everybody who's wondering.
Look, I go crossing and bing bang bang like a kebab. People back in the times, the Greeks, whatever, they used to call this the kebab, because you know you kind of impale the meat with the thing. But I prefer the polearm. It's more of like a.
So anyway, you guys, there you go. So that was the first thing that I was going to point out. Of course, the classic kebab with rook d2 to impale the meat. So we get h takes g6, h takes g6. Now we get rook to h7 here, rook to d7, c3 is played, and now we get a5, g5 played by Robert. Position is pretty balanced here, by the way. King is maybe good on c4, maybe bad, but you have an active rook on h7. So there is definitely play. We get e4 here, and now Robert plays this horrible move, rook to h4, trying to win the pawn on e4. What he could have done is he could have played rook to h8 to go rook to d8, or maybe taking on b4 right away. But instead, Robert Hess, the man whose name you can't spell without chess, plays rook to h4, and now you get rook to d3. And now White's king is simply stuck here on c4. This is what we call a classic mating net. We got pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, and now White has no way to stop rook c3, which will be checkmate on the next move. We get rook takes e4. Again, if you play any move like a3, I just go check anyway. So he takes, and after rook to c3 here, the king is stuck. You have no squares. The black king covers the b5 and d5 squares. Pawn on c5 covers d4. Rook is guarded by the pawn, and the rook, of course, covers the d3 squares where as well. So white king has no squares. And of course, this is checkmate. So in our daily moment of shame, this is the bit of shame, is that Robert Hess, who competed in the US Championship, was very close to winning it, by the way, in 2009, the year that I won. He has fallen to the levels where he is now losing to my brother, who is barely a master level chess player. So that is our little bit of our daily shame on Robert Hess for losing to my brother. But I did want to show you guys this game very quickly, and we will, of course, now get back to chess. Let me change the scene, and away we go. All right. So where were we? Can't find anything today. All right, there we were. Okay, so back to the chess I was saying. We have this game going on between Vincent and Noterbeck. Rook b2 was played. Now, apparently my initial idea with g4 is very strong. I burned them both. I mean, my brother's a master, you guys. So, like, what? Am I supposed to pretend that he's like a GM or something? Come on, chill. But yeah. Anyway, didn't know your brother is skilled in chess too. Does it run in the entire family? One thing that you will see actually is the levels depend, of course, but in most families where you have someone who's gone on to become a very strong player, there is another sibling or a parent who played chess to a fairly high level. And by high level, what I mean is like probably like a 2000 level or above that. There's almost always someone else in your family amongst like the really good players who played at a pretty decent level. It's just for whatever reason that's how it goes, and it's probably because like that's how you really get into it, is because you have someone. Pia Cramling, of course, is significantly stronger than that. She obviously is a GM, but you have somebody. There's normally like another person in your family who's pretty good, who's like expert level like 2000 or a little bit above that if you get to top. Magnus Carlsen's dad, Henrik, I believe he is also like 2100 level. So it's always different, obviously, and some families are insane where it's like you have multiple like GMs and other stuff. But normally there's in a family where you have someone who gets like 2700 level, there's someone in that family who plays at a pretty high level. So that's just a general thing. So the board decks are an example, yeah, but I'm not talking about like the crazy ones where you have like multiple siblings or like you have parents or all sorts of things, but normally you have someone like the Shahadis are a good example. Like Jennifer and her brother I mean, Jennifer to peak was maybe close to IM level, and Greg Shahadi obviously should have been a GM, but their dad I think was maybe like around master level as well. So it's like you normally have somebody that it connects the dots within your family that like that was quite good. I think there's a cube craze for 70, a loose goose for 2, Mr. Riddell for 3, and odds of penguin. Yes, Andrew, of course, his dad was kind of strong at chess, but we don't need to go there today. We don't need to talk about Andrew, not today at least. Not today. We don't need to talk about Andrew and how the Matrix is screwing everything up. Not today, you guys. Thanks so much to AAL for the 44 months. Appreciate it. Pragnananta and his sister are pretty good too. They're like 2300-ish. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So okay, 2 games going. We'll leave it on Kamer's game for the time being, and we'll go from there. Yeah. Anyway, big shout out to the 15,000 you guys who are watching on this fine Tuesday afternoon. We're a little bit unclear whether there's going to be an evening title Tuesday or not. I did ask, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, I think right now they intend to run the evening title Tuesday. Can we get you versus Oscar? Yes, you guys. So you want that? Okay, we'll do a YouTube video. Okay, you guys, we'll do a YouTube video. You guys will see how Abe Froman makes a sausage. Let's stop the music. So I haven't done this. So let's do a let me copy the PGN into chess.com. How do I download the PGN? Download. Save. Okay. Give me a second, you guys. We'll do that. I'll show you guys what happened. I've actually played you guys, I could show you guys the games I've played against my brother and my stepfather, because I've played both of them. I played both of them. Open with Notepad. 1 second. Control A, Control C. Chess.com analysis. If it actually works and doesn't die on me, we will do that. While we wait. Okay, load. Okay, there we go. We got it. Okay. Let me edit the details.
R0N just took $5 out of Bezos's pocket. Thanks.
One second. Come on, chess.com, load. Okay, there we go. All right, you guys, so we'll take a short break and we'll take a look at another game. Here we go. Let me change the scene, obviously. We will take a look at a game that I played all the way back in 2001. Now, to give you guys some context of what this is, this was a game that was played in the United States Junior Chess Championship. Now, the US Junior Championship is an event that features wait, what am I doing? 1 second. I'll start over in a second. Let me put this here. There we go. So my brother and I played in 2001 in the United States Junior Chess Championship. Now, this is a very prestigious tournament. It is a round robin tournament. I believe it features the top 10 players in the country under the age of 20 years old. Now, 9 of the players are seeded by rating, the top players in the United States, and there is a 10th spot that is given, or at least at the time was given to the player who won the US Junior Open Championship. Now, my brother actually won that tournament to qualify for the US Junior Championship, which was played that year in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, of course, this was a very unpleasant situation to be in. The fact that we had to play against each other. Obviously, my brother and I were there with my mom. I think we had we basically had 1.5 rooms roughly. I think we had 2 rooms where they were connected to each other. But in the middle of the tournament, we had to play each other. Now, of course, I was one of the favorites in the tournament. I was doing very well, and my brother was sort of the wild card. But what to do? You got to play the game. So the game starts with my brother playing e4 against me. Now, after he played e4, I decided to play d6 and pretend that I would go on to become a streamer and play all these stupid modern openings. Now, most people probably know that at the time, the main opening that I played was normally the Sicilian. I played the Sicilian with c5, d6, a lot of Najdorfs. But my brother, from the time that he first learned chess until the time they more or less stopped playing, he always played this move c3, also known as the c3 Sicilian or the Alapin. And it's just a very, very solid setup. And I didn't really want to go into it. So after e4, I chose to play d6. He played d4. I played g6. This was the summer of 2001, so I would have been 13 years old at the time. He would have been, I believe, 15. He would have been 15 because his birthday was in February. So I play the modern system. My brother plays f4. This is what we call the Austrian attack. You guys have probably seen me play this position from both sides many, many times. So I go knight to c6 here. He plays bishop e3, and now I play knight to f6. Goes h3 here. Now, remember at the time, in one of the other tournaments, maybe it was the US Open in Minnesota, or maybe it was in the Denker tournament of college kids. My brother actually lost the game, I think, with the white piece and something similar to a kid by the name of David John, who was about a FIDE master, roughly 2000, 2001 again, just going back my memory. But yes, they held the United States Open Championship in Minneapolis in Minnesota, I believe in 2001 or 2000. I don't remember the exact year, but they held it there. So at any rate, he plays h3 to stop knight g4, so I castle. He goes queen to d2. Now I play e5, trying to strike in the center of the board. He plays this move knight to f3, which is already going in the wrong direction. What my brother probably should have played is he probably should have traded the pawns on e5 and then played this move d5. Although the reason I don't think he did this is because now I can play knight to d4 here. And this is another thing that I've always said to people who play various openings. You have to be aware of the themes of what the openings are. So I'm going to go back to start. Now, there's another opening that can happen, which is called the King's Indian Defense. And you get this classic same-ish variation with bishop e3, knight to c6, like knight ge2, let's just say a6, knight g3, where black can go e5, d5, and now plop the pony on d4. Now, the point behind plopping the pony on d4 is that after knight to d4, white can trade. And after you take on d4, I go knight takes e4 here, fossilizing the queen. If you take the knight, I go rook to e8, pinning the tail on the donkey. So this is one idea. But now, again, the reason you want to be aware of themes is even if the opening is different, the same concept applies here. So when you get to this position, after takes d5, knight d4, if white takes on d4, takes twice. After queen takes d4, there's again knight takes e4, creating the fossil. And if you take the knight, same thing. I play rook to e8, simply winning the queen on e4. So it's very important to note these sorts of themes. Now, of course, white is better here after knight f3, but it's a little bit hard to judge to us humans because after knight takes f3, gf3, there are moves like knight to h5 and knight f4, knight g3, maybe even queen h4. You can also potentially play a move like c5 here, overprotecting the temporary bastion on d4. So my brother instead plays knight f3, which is a mistake. It's not the best move here because now I take on d4, knight takes d4, and now I trade, which actually seems wrong. Why did I not play rook e8? Actually, computer says rook e8 is the best move. Why didn't I go rook e8 here? I was already like close. I was already, I think, close to 2400 at this point. Really, I didn't play rook e8. Very strange, because rook e8 is a much better move. You target the pawn on e4, and if white goes bishop to d3 here, for example, you can go knight takes, bishop takes, and I think you go c5. Yeah, you go c5 here, because now if white moves the bishop back, let's just say f2, you have c4 undermining the bishop on d3, which guards the pawn on e4. And after bishop takes c4, there's knight takes e4, takes, double attack and a check. And after bishop to e2, I assume you go, computer likes queen e8. Both queen e8 and queen e7 look very good because white cannot castle the king here because you would lose the bishop on e2. So this is very good for black if white plays bishop takes f6. Even though you have a temporary bastion square on d5, after queen takes, let's just say castles, you go bishop e6 and you have b5, c4. A lot of threats on these diagonals here, and black is doing very, very well. I'm a little bit perplexed as to why I didn't play rook e8. Now, mind you, keep in mind there probably were some emotions involved as well because it was a very awkward situation having to play against my brother. So I traded on d4. I played knight takes e4 here, which is not the best move, but I guess I at the time I was a bit of a tactile whiz. I was a young upstart kid. Obviously, I did my puzzles every day. I used to be good at tactics, so clearly I saw something. So we get knight takes e4. I play rook to e8, pinning the knight on e4. He castles, I take, he trades on g7, and now he goes bishop to d3. I play rook to e8, and he plays g4. Now, on first glance, when you look at this position, you'll see once again, you see ichi ni san yon go roku, ichi ni san yon go roku nana. So you'll see that I have an extra pawn here with the black pieces, but my bishop is not great. White has quick ideas to attack on the king side here, and it's very hard to play. So I play bishop d7, trying to activate the bishop to c6, and then maybe going queen f6 later. You get pawn to f5, which I think is sort of the start of going in the wrong direction here. My first instinct in this position is that white should play g5 or rook hf1. Both appear to be good, but g5 makes some sense because white would love to go queen c3, attacking the king and the pawn at the same time. Classic 90-degree right triangle, of course. But if you go queen c3 here, I can go queen f6 blocking. If you take the pawn, you lose the pawn on f4. And of course, if you trade, you're simply down a pawn here. So if you go g5 first to stop queen to f6 and then play queen c3, it looks kind of scary to play. And honestly, if I had the choice, Of course, this game was 22 years ago, but I would much prefer to be white here as opposed to black. Queen c3 is an idea, h4, h5 is an idea, and black, even though you have the extra pawn, you don't really have any attacks on the queen side. A file is closed. Maybe bishop e6 is okay, but it looks pretty scary. So in this position, we get f5 being played. I play rook to e5 here. Now, this is why f5 is a bad move, because now I get this nice square on e5 where the rook is protected. I can line up a legendary triple stack down the road potentially, or just a classic double stack. Both are very good, but it should be fine. So we get rook to f1 here. Now I go f6, which of course is a ridiculous move. Any normal person knows that I should go queen h4 here to line up the double stack, and also by putting the queen here, I prevent white from being able to play h4, h5 and open up the h file. So a very obvious move that 22 years ago my feeble brain could not compute. So instead I play f6. Now my brother plays h4. Now here white is actually doing quite well. White should probably play rook g1 followed by g5. And with these pawns here on f6 and g6, it's quite scary. If I go queen to e7, for example, white can go g5. And you can play rook f8, or you can take, if you take on g5, you get forked by f6. You don't want to do that. So you have to go rook f8 to guard the pawn. But again, everything is kind of collapsing here. White can trade, take, and boom goes the dynamite with rook takes g6, and white would be winning. So here, h4 was played instead. Not the best move, but it happens. I play queen to e7, takes on g6, I take, and now he plays this move h5. Now white is actually doing very, very well here. Even though black is up a pawn, you'll notice that the king is a little bit loose here. These pawns are a touch loose as well, and with perfect play, white should maintain a small advantage. So my brother plays h6, I go king to h8, plays queen to f2, attacking the pawn on f6 and the pawn on a7 if I play rook f8. So we get rook f8, we get queen takes a7, but now I take the pawn on g4. And even though after queen takes b7, material is even, both sides have 4 pawns here in this position, I have 2 connected pawns. I control the open e file with the double stack, and it should be very, very good for black. Additionally, it's a lot harder for white to push these pawns on the queen side without weakening the king, whereas my king is very, very safe sitting here in the corner. So I go bishop to e6, attacking the pawn on a2, also lining up a double attack with bishop d5. Goes queen b4. Play queen to f7 here, which is again a ridiculous move. Why didn't I just go f5, f4? Terrible play by me. I played queen f7. He goes a3, goes c5. He plays queen d2. Now I played c4 here, and now the position starts to fall apart right away. What white probably should do here, maybe there's no better moves. I guess queen c3 is still c4. So maybe a3 is already wrong. Probably white should play something like queen c3, c5, and then I guess b3 to stop the c4 pawn push. But instead he played a3, c5, queen d2. Now I go c4, bishop e2, only move. And now I have this very nasty move c3 here, which attacks the queen. White cannot take with the queen because then you lose the bishop. And if you take with the pawn, as my brother did, now your king is kind of open. You're temporarily up a pawn. There are a lot of threats on the b file. So I play queen to a7, attacking the pawn on a3. Also potentially going queen to e3 as well. Like say white takes on d6, there is queen to e3 here. So he plays queen d3. Now I guess queen d6 is in reality the best move. So if I play queen d6, white can run the king out to like b1. But again, for us humans, and especially at like a 2300 level, kind of hard to expect perfect play. So my brother plays queen d3. Now I play rook b8, which, what the heck is rook b8? Why didn't, really? This is pathetic. I was like 2400. Did I really play this badly? What the heck is rook b8? Queen takes a3 just wins on the spot. If white goes king b1, you have rook b8, and it's just, rook b8 takes, and it's mate right away. And if white goes king d2 or king to d1, I just go rook d5, and I win the queen on d3. And don't ask me why, but apparently I didn't do this. Maybe I was feeling bad for my brother here, and so I played rook b8 instead. Like, this is ridiculous. I was 2400. How did I not play this? Anyway, I play rook b8. He takes on f6. Now I go queen to e3 check. Wait, what the heck? Wait, I'm sorry. This is 2001. Maybe I wasn't 2400, but I was at least 2300 here. Like, I was a good player already. Yeah, I think I was feeling bad. So I played queen to e3. Again, even here, there are multiple ways to win. Bishop c4 is a fancy schmancy computer way. But even something like queen to a3 and rook d5 is still good enough, probably. But instead, I go check. He plays queen e2. Now this is the fatal blunder. If white trades the queens here and goes like king d2, rook e5, and bishop d3, white is actually winning here. White has 2 extra pawns. You have Ichi-ni-san go. You have 4 pawns. Black has 2 pawns Ichi-ni. So you're up 2 pawns here and you're completely winning. However, my brother makes a fatal mistake here and he plays queen to d2, which allows me to play rook to b1. Or no, rook b1 check doesn't work. Sorry, if I go rook b1 check, I guess takes. White still has tricks with bishop d3, and so it won't quite work. So instead, I guess I played queen takes e2, which actually is good enough. After takes, I simply have an extra bishop here, and if white takes on d6, I go check, block, and then rook b1, no bishop d3 tricks. So I take, my brother trades the queens, and now it's kind of gone. After rook takes e2, he plays rook h5. Now this very nasty move, bishop to a2, lining up the classic ladder checkmate here. He goes king to d1. I play rook to g2, plays h7, and now I play rook to b1, which is, of course, checkmate. The king has no squares. And with that, I won this game. My only game that my brother and I ever played in a rated event. I did win this game against my brother. So this was a very, very tough game, obviously. Did not play it very well. I think there were emotions involved, goes without saying. This was a classical game of chess that was played at the US Junior Championship in 2001 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Which I did win. Now, again, very, 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 very unpleasant situation. Of course, after the game, you know, we didn't like talk to each other. I think my brother actually like cried, if I remember correctly. Like it was a very bad situation altogether. And I think like probably for like the next day or two we didn't talk to each other, and then of course everything was fine after that. But very, very bad situation, and not something that I would want anybody to be in. So this was the one and only time that I played against my brother in a rated classical game of chess. I hope you guys did enjoy this recap. Make sure to hit that subscribe button below if you haven't, and for everybody who's watching this on Twitch, I hope you enjoy seeing how Abe Froman makes the sausage. All right, you guys, so back to the chess. Let's go back to the chess. Let's go back to the Vincent Kamer game. I will change the scene, obviously. I will, of course, do a video. I just realized because I can do it. I will do a video, of course, on the games I played against my stepfather as well at some point. But yeah, we did enjoy the recap, but it was not a 2000 game. Okay, what do you want me to say? Yeah, what do you want me to say? Yeah. All right, so we got g4, g5 being played here. So yeah, we did get g4, we got g5 being played. I guess check, and computer thinks that g takes, and rook g6, and some rook f6, I guess, is winning for white. But we'll see if Vincent can find the right line to win. So what does Oscar mean? What does it mean? I forget. Right? Is it like bird or something? I'm thinking of something involving a bird. I think that's what it means. It's something with a bird and flying or something, I guess. I'll Google it. It's something with a bird. That much I remember. It means like, oh, it means tomorrow fragrance fly. It means like a bird that flies, I think, or something along those lines. But anyway, you guys, yeah, so that's just my one recap. Are you and your brother good now? You guys, if my brother and I were like mad at each other about something that happened 22 years ago, that would be... I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. Like that would be really I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like if we're mad at each other about a game that was 22 years ago, like there's there's something wrong with me. That would be normal. Maybe in some families that's normal. That's definitely not normal in my family. Holding a grudge for 22 years ago. My brother is mad with me because I took his girlfriend 10 years ago. I can see it happen. Dude, you took his girlfriend. Like, that's a little bit different than winning a game of chess. Like, seriously. Seriously, dude. That's a little bit different. Just a little bit different. Anyway, yeah. All right, so Vincent played king g3, which is apparently a blunder. I don't know why. Computer says f4 takes, king f3, and there's something. Rook d2. Oh, rook d2. Maybe it's not actually. Maybe it's not. Vincent maybe is not going to win if f4 is played here. We'll see if he plays f4.
Neural Coffee Cup just subscribed.
So anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy that. That just triggered a memory that I had. I do have 2 games that I played against my stepfather, which I will also make a video out of that down the road. But but that one was actually worse because again, I'm not going to do it now, but when I played against my stepfather, I remember this very well. The first time that we played was in it was in Newburgh in New York. There was a tournament. It was the last round game. It was the last game before we're going home, and we played. And like I didn't want to play, of course, and we played. I think I lost the game. I was really angry, and it was worse because after losing the game, I think my stepfather had to drive home, and I was very mad for the entire car ride back home to White Plains. I was very mad at him about that. So that's one little tidbit that I'll tell you guys, because I remember that quite well. It was in Newburgh. We played. It was like the 4th game or something, last game of the day, and then of course it's like an hour drive back to White Plains, New York. And we played. I lost the game. And I was very angry at him for the entire car ride back home. I did, of course, get my revenge, though. I did beat him in Saratoga, maybe like 2 or 3 years later. It was the game 30. I think it was like the New York Blitz Championship or Action Championship. It was like game 30, and I did win that game at least. So I think I have a 1-1 score against my stepfather. Thank you so much to Shaggy Jam for the Prime, Reg Jacob for the Prime, Jekyll with the Prime, Hanji for the Prime, thank you Golden Kirk for the Prime, Seahawk for the 10, Neural Coffee Cup, thank you so much Yager Pittsburgh for the 21, Pioneer for the 15, thank you Thin Limmy for the 15, LHH4 Theron, thank you Dirt Telepathy for the 27, appreciate it, thank you. Would I beat myself if we played now? Of course we would, but there are a couple of reasons I would beat him. First of all, he's not young anymore. I mean, he's like 72 years old, and as we know, everybody, I mean, it decreases. I would beat him anyway, but like problem is like at his peak it was maybe like 2300 around there, or give or take, maybe a little bit above that. But nowadays he's 72, like he's probably maybe like 2000 level or a little bit above it. Time as they say. Oh, I beat my stepfather in Detroit. That's true, we did play a fun blitz game, but time makes us all old and weak, so that's just how it goes. Thank you so much XCJH for the Prime, and Damien KZX, appreciate it. Thank you so much. So all right, so we're waiting for a move from Noterbeck here, and go from that. He has a better record. Yeah, I should actually check and see if I have both games in my database and chess base. I think I do, but I'm not sure. But those games were ages ago, and it was not pleasant. It was never fun. Thank you so much. They call me Pros for the 6 months. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Love you, Hikaru. Keep killing it.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I have both games. Hopefully I do. Oh no, I don't have the first game. I only have one. I only have the game I won. Dude, that's annoying. That's annoying. I guess I never put the first game in chess base in like the late 90s. Oh well, that's life. Anyway, we got F4 being played here by Noterbeck, the best move. How convenient? Yeah, it's convenient, of course. Like actually, I will tell you guys another fun story. So like I have games in my personal database that I put into chess base in like 1997, I think 97ish, like really old games. But there are games that are missing from the tournament because I did only put the games into the database that I won. So yeah, like in like the 90s, like when I first started entering my game, it sounds like so antiquated, but I first started entering the games manually into chess base and look and studying them. Like I would not put the games that I lost. I wouldn't put them in because it's like, why would you? But the game 31 that's not in there from Newburgh, that's sad. That is actually quite sad that game's not there, because that was a good game. They had a Warm 3 Can Pie for 3 months. Appreciate it. That's actually quite sad that I don't have the one that I lost in the database. Oh well, whatever. Do you reckon you'll still be at GM level when you're 72? No, you guys. When I'm 72, I'll probably be gardening every morning, just watering my plants, and not thinking about chess at all. My stepfather might have it. I know, like, one thing that's crazy, or one thing that people should be really grateful about with chess is that nowadays when you play the games, all the games are saved. Like my stepfather, many games that he talks about where like he talks about some of his great wins from like the 1980s, and like he regrets not having put them in chess base because of course he lost the score sheets over time, and like the games are just lost in the sands of time. So it's crazy because now when you play a game, like all the games are automatically saved and it's just very straightforward, but that's what it is. I have some old score sheets. I mean, probably in New York I do somewhere, but I don't know. All right, so we get this position, takes. Apparently King G2 is still keeping an edge for white after like check, and I guess you have rook e6 maybe, or knight f3. Is still tricky though. So yeah, I have a score sheet written in stone from 1756. Yep. And it would still be relevant today. That's why chess is such a great game. Actually, Fabiano has kind of made this a little bit interesting here. I mean, this is still a draw probably, but it's a little bit tricky because white has this passed pawn and the rook cuts the king. Like g5. I mean, I guess you go d4 and rook e3. And probably this is still a draw with rook f1, but it's a little bit scary. It's probably a draw, but there are some chances. Lost in the sands of time. It's true, though. It's very, very true. But we know the exact moves of the opera games. Some of those games, yes, of course. But all right, so where were we? So let's see. We have rook d3, probably g5 to lock the pawns here on the king side to go king e5, king e4. Should be a draw. Chess.com said it will happen. Did they say that? Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. But we'll see. Yeah, the game I lost my brother should be in a database. Actually, it's really crazy because I won that tournament in I won the US Junior Championship, which was a very prestigious event, and I qualified playing the World Junior Championship, but I forget why exactly, but I didn't end up going and playing. It's amazing how everything in today's world has a digital copy. You can tell stuff to your grandkids and actually prove it. Yeah, it's true. It is true. That's the world we live in, you guys. My new Twitch name is Lost in the Sands of Time. Yeah. They said Title Tuesday would happen. They just don't know which Tuesday, right? Okay. So we have two games, right? We've got Vincent and Prague. So we'll leave it here for right now. All right, so waiting for some moves here. These games will fortunately end relatively soon. And I think after they end, I'll probably do... If I had to guess, I think I'm probably going to do the speed run. That's my guess. Thank you so much to Tesco's Finest for the prime. Thank you so much to Tesco's Finest. Anish did beat Ding. Yes, he did. He crushed Ding. I didn't look at the game closely, so I guess I'll take a quick look at it. But it looks okay. It's okay. See, like Ding plays b3 here. In any normal world, Ding would play d4 and just play a Catalan. Any other world, he does it. But because what that also says is that probably for his match, he's prepared to play the Catalan because he plays b3, which is just not a very good move. Black goes d4 and c5. He gets a big black center here, and Anish loves his center, as we know. So yeah, like there are a bunch of pawns here in the center here. These three pawns. It's a big black center. I mean, it's still probably okay, but I guess actually, wait, but white looks like he's doing well here. What did Ding do wrong? I mean, he's rook d, maybe knight d, maybe you put the pony on d5, but he goes here, okay. Oh, rook d2 is just a blunder here. They're already a little bit messy. Yeah, Ding was better, but yeah, I guess he dropped the pawn and they couldn't find the rhythm. Yeah, I couldn't find the rhythm, so it happens. There's a mix of Conan for the 14, Bosenberg for the 24, 8109. Frank, thank you so much for the prime. Once again, big shout out to Sky Blue Matt for the 70 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Thank you so much once again, my man. Okay, what do we have? King f3, rook d2 played. Let's see what happens. I think this is trending towards a draw, though. It feels like it should be. Although rook a4 still guards the pawn, and you can't go knight g6 because of rook a6 check. And it's almost like a Zugzwang here. Black almost has no moves. We'll see. Magnus drew his game. He drew, yeah. Anish, I believe, is tied for the lead. No, Anish is tied for the lead. If Noterbeck loses, which is why this is an important game, because Noterbeck is in trouble here. If Noterbeck loses, then yes, it will be. I left the stream and came to my sense and finally came back. Yep. How did Noterbeck suddenly become a god? Noterbeck's always been extremely talented. Out of all the juniors that I've played against, I've always felt like he has the highest potential, but he just hasn't seemed to put it together in critical tournaments. Why did I play Tata? Because I have a job, you guys. I'm a streamer. What do you want? I stream for a living. I'm sorry. Like, some of us have jobs, you know. We can't just sit around all day playing chess. So, okay. Let's see what happens here. Probably rook a6 or rook a4. Is he better than Firouzja? I don't know what's going on with Firouzja, you guys, but I have heard that Ali Reza is he's apparently taking fashion courses, and maybe he wants to do something in fashion and not play chess. I mean, I find that really hard to believe, but I've heard that a little bit more than just like a random like one-off. So I'm kind of starting to think it might actually be true. That's what I've heard. Yeah. No, I've heard that, and again, nobody knows what's going on, but that's what I've heard. So we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, to me, it's insane to do that because, like, I mean, I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why you would do that. So okay, waiting for a move here. We have Prague's game still going against Fabiano. So I'm gonna take a short break. Go use the restroom quickly. We'll be right back. Cover the rest of this. Probably do the speed run, and then we'll see what we do after that. So we'll be back in a second.
Carlos Miguel just subscribed. Yay! Skyblue_Matt has gifted 30 subs to viewers.
Whoa! Thank you so much to Sky Blue Matt for the 30 gifted subs. Thank you so much to Sky Blue Matt for the 100 gifted. Fabiano draws his game, so Fabiano's game does end in a draw after King E4. Fabiano draws his game. So we have one last game, which is incidentally the most important game. So we will keep covering it for a little bit. Thanks so much to Carlos Miguel for the 23, R67 for the Prime, and Highway 96 for the Prime as well. Thanks so much to Highway 96. Appreciate it. Thank you so much to Sky Blue Matt once again for the 100 gifted subs. Much love. Thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed the stream, and thank you for all the support. Okay. So waiting on a move here from Vincent. Of course, this game does matter for the standing, so I guess we'll just leave it here until it ends, and probably I'll do disrespect is my guess. Also, you guys, in other news, while we're at it, since the game did end in a draw, let's pop this up very briefly. So this, of course, is the world rankings in classical chess for those of you guys who are unfamiliar. So we have pretty standard stuff. We have Magnus, Ding, Nepo, Firouzja, Anish, of course, having a great tournament. But Fabiano with his draw, he loses some points. He loses 1.1 for the draw, and with that, he is overtaken by Hikaru Nakamura as the #1 American player, also #6 in the world. So big shout out to that random streamer who seems to maintain his world ranking. So big shout out to Hikaru. All right, back to the chess. Let's go back. Let me put the music back on as well. And there we go. The greatest American chess player is a streamer I know. Chess is an easy game, you guys. Very easy. Let's go after Giri. It'll be tough to go after Giri. So yeah. When is my next classical tournament? I think I'm playing Norway chess in May, but that's my next event. Yeah. That's my next event. I love my streamer's humbleness. I could learn something. Yeah. Isn't it weird that a podcaster and a streamer are the best American players? Well, both of us spent a lot of time doing other stuff before we started doing these things. But let's be honest. Like both of us spent a lot of time. These are just Sahil NG for the 11 months. Appreciate it. Thanks for Sahil NG. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yeah. All right. What do we get? King G7 played here. What's more prestigious? Yeah. Probably rook a6, rook e6 or rook a4 playable.
Hikaru's wife just resubbed for 12 months. Hey Hikaru, it's been 12 months and still we haven't.
Yeah, thank you so much for the thank you so much for the 12-month resub. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, yeah, good one. Okay, so back to the game. We got rook a6 king g7 played here. Probably rook e6 or rook a4, the only two moves that make sense here, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, waiting on a move here. Waiting on a move. I would guess rook e6. That's my guess. XQC is ranked #1 in Canada. Yeah. From what I heard, I think they intend to run the late title Tuesday. So we'll see. We'll see. Thanks so much to Momo for the 11 months. Thanks so much to Momo. Appreciate it.
564 just took $5 out of.
I'm gonna try to do the speed run once this game ends. Hopefully the servers hold and I can do it, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to do the speed run. Hopefully the server holds and we can do it, or the database or whatever it is, but we'll see. We'll see. Thanks so much to Tom Skull ITW for the 6 months. Appreciate it.
How do you rate Keemer's potential?
So yeah.
BIGDICKHICK just subscribed.
Thanks so much to Anonymous for gifted sub. Thank you so much to Anonymous. All right. Last game of the day, yes, but it's also the most important game. Yeah, as far as Vincent goes, I haven't looked. Let me take a look at who is Vincent. He's drawn a bunch of games. He lost the 2 games to Wesley and Levon, which were pretty bad games for a player of his caliber. I thought they were pretty poorly played. I know. I feel like Vincent he's done fine. He's done fine, but I feel like maybe it's a long tournament, perhaps. Maybe it's just the long term that's catching up with him, perhaps. Maybe it's just his stamina's a little bit low. But I feel like overall he's played fine, but he had those. Oh, he also lost that horrible game to Magnus, right? Yeah, that horrible loss with White to Magnus, which was really, really bad early on. So I don't know. Hard to judge. I would say it's mediocre, but I don't necessarily think his play has been horrible. I think it's just I think it's just like he's probably not used to playing against this level of competition over an extended event. So not a good result, but he has time to sort of figure it out. No, losing with White to Magnus the way he lost was pretty bad. It wasn't the loss itself. Many people have lost Magnus with White pieces, including myself, but the way that he lost that game was pretty bad. He was sort of flying Philip for the prime, and he was also lucky with that loss and not lose the way that he should have. He should have probably just lost in 40 moves. So yeah. Okay, so this game will be over soon. There's a Vizzini for the 7.
Vizzini 73 just took $5 out of base.
This will be over pretty soon. This will probably be a draw, I guess. I assume this will be a draw, but we'll see. The rating of the speedrun is close to 2,800, you guys. Pretty close to 2,800. Quite close, actually. Is late title Tuesday on? I need an immediate answer. You can ask chess.com, DHK. I mean, just ask chess.com. Why doesn't chess.com just put title Tuesday on chess24? They own it now, because I don't think they can. Chess24 actually never really had a working play zone. That was the biggest knock on chess24.
_Papa just subscribed.
But we'll see. Nobody knows. I'm guessing this is going to be a draw. I don't think Noterbeck is going to win this. Or sorry, Vince is going to win this. Thank you. It's Chitudelu for the prime. It's Papa for the tier 1. Thank you so much. I think title Tuesday is going to happen. I'm going to make a bold prediction that it will. Thank you, Japan Knight, for the 2 months. I think it's going to happen.
Japan Knight 19 just took 5.
I mean, this has been what? How long has it been going on, you guys? Like 3 weeks, roughly? It's like 3-ish weeks, right? That they've been having server issues. I mean, it definitely was an issue. It feels like it became a real issue around the time I went to New Orleans 2 weekends ago. So it seemed like that's when everything just started crashing nonstop. So it's like it's like 2.5, 3-ish weeks, roughly, I guess, that it really started becoming a problem. Not that people didn't have issues anyway, but it became a real issue then. So I mean, I think probably if they can't sort it out in about a week, then it's like, then you're like, okay, what's going on? You've had close to a month and you can't fix it, but I think they will fix it pretty soon. We'll see. Okay, so waiting for a move here. So unacceptable building a worldwide website serving millions and millions of users. It should be easy peasy. Of course, you guys. Do I think the TikTok chess boom is also a reason? I mean, I'm sure that's a big part too. I mean, I think it's a bunch of many different things all happening at the same time. That's what it is. Like, there's no one single thing that's like causing it. It's many different things going on. That's a reality. Many different things just going on all at the same time. Because like if you look at the previous booms, it's generally been centered around one big thing. It's been centered around like one key thing. Like the Twitch boom was all on Twitch, is centered around XQC, and then PogChamps. If you look later, yes, thank you, first time chatter. I know you're trying to start drama. I already responded to that. Thank you so much to the Taco Bell shifts for the 21 months. I think it's popped for the get to sub. I think it's Orem MCC for the 13. But it's like that was centered around Queen's Gambit, of course, one big massive TV show. That's what the next boom was centered around. You look at what was the boom after that? I think what the boom was after Queen's Gambit. There should have been another boom like last month.
MCC
Yeah.
just took $5 out of Bezos's pocket. Thanks.
Yeah. There's another boom. Not the beats. There was some other boom. There was some other boom, wasn't there? Before that, there was some other boom. But anyway, the difference is like all the past booms have been like centered around like one specific event, or you know, whatever it is. Like it's been centered around the candidates. Also, like July, August, there was a huge boom, but that was centered around the candidates. Again, like that was also that also was a bit of a boom. But all the booms have been centered around one single event, and right now there are like so many different things happening that it's like all these things happening at the exact same time, which is very different. Very different. I think there was a major lull for the 5-8. It's popped for the 100 bits. That's the difference between this. Is that what's happening right? What? Well, I guess his idea is to take the juicer and get a fork, but wait a second. Takes. There's rook e4 and it's a draw. Yeah, he just blundered. Rook takes e4 is a draw. Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, I will play some blitz. We'll get on with the speedrun pretty soon once this game ends, but it does matter. The WCC match was a huge boom. Oh, you mean the Magnus match against Ding? That got, or not Ding, sorry, against Nepo. That got some eyeballs. That was very big for a period of time as well. But the difference is now you just have so many different things going on. Like YouTube is popping off for a few channels. I won't say everybody, but YouTube is popping off. Obviously, you have this match against Magnus with the World Blitz and Rapid. I mean, there's just so much stuff going on all at the same time. That's just the reality. And there's all the social media stuff like TikToks, and you people like Andrew Tate talking about chess. Like it's just all these different things. There's chess boxing too. Yeah, I mean there's just like it's nonstop. It's just nonstop, endless things happening. And no one person is responsible for what's happening. It's just all these different things popping off at the exact same time. There's Ronaldo and Messi. I mean, it's just everything. That's what it is. It's just everything. It's just everything. That's just the reality, which is great. It's great for chess. What's that? A guy on YouTube said money is 2,000 per million views. I don't know who said that. I'm not going to get into CPMs or any of that. All right, so waiting on a move. Rook takes d4 is apparently the only move to not lose here. Apparently the only move. I see the eval bar is giving like +2 for all their moves. Let me tell you a fun fact. In 1997, Vichy made more money than the whole Indian cricket team combined together. That is actually pretty wild. That's pretty wild if that's true. Yeah. Chess.com backup, no cap, good one. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if Noterbeck actually takes on d4 or not. If Noterbeck has nerves of steel, he will take. He won't see the boogeyman, and he'll be able to work out this is actually okay for him. Let's see it. Let's see if Noterbeck cannot see the boogeyman. Kate gives good chess view. I mean, it's like I said, it's just every single thing happening at the same time. That's just the reality, and it's great. It's great for everybody. Why don't I like Lee Chess? Oh, I don't dislike Lee Chess. I just think chess.com is better. I mean, maybe I do dislike Lee Chess, but it's because they don't know. They actually have the old Chess 24 syndrome. That's actually what it is. They have the old Chess 24 syndrome, which is basically they're always trying to take like pot shots. They're always trying to take pot shots at chess.com, and it's just like there's no need for it. Like they're doing great, like everybody's doing great, and there's no need for it. Like there was a time that I played on Lead Chess. I played some tournament, and instead of writing an article about how I won, I actually no, I didn't win. Winley won the arena, but when I played the arena, they were just like, instead of writing an article about me playing, they're just like they decided to make it into like an anti-chess.com article. It's just like, what's the point of that? I mean, what's the point of making an anti-chess.com article when I'm playing your arena? Like there's just no good point for it. There's no point. Okay, so rook takes d4, only move that's okay. Let's see if Noterbeck finds it. Chess.com is back. The play zone is the events page. I don't believe it is. Let's refresh. Nope, not okay. You're the #1 US chess player right now. Yeah, I'm aware of that, you guys, but it doesn't change anything because I don't play chess. I'm a streamer, so why would it matter? So okay, rook takes d4, only move, moment of truth. We'll just wait here. Can I do some bullet games with 10 seconds? No, I'm sorry. My name is not Andrew Tang. And actually, I would say, like, even when I played coffee chess this weekend, I can tell that I'm a little bit, my brain doesn't, the processor in my brain, it doesn't function in split-second moments the way it once did. So, like, I mean, playing bullet, like, I'm already worse than I used to be, and I don't enjoy playing bullet that much. So trying to play hyper would just be ridiculous. I think there's a Kanalu for the 4 months. I think it's Kanalu. I'm still good at bullet. I'm just not as good as I once was. That's the only problem. Otherwise, it's all good. But like, I know I'm not as good as I once was at bullet. Chess.com is working fine. Yeah, but it's the events page that's not working. Washed up. I mean, I'm still pretty good. Like, I might still be the best at bullet, maybe. Like, I don't know. But I think it's probably day by day as far as bullet goes. Like I think there's a good chance that on some days I am the best at bullet, but there are other days that I think I probably definitely am not the best. So yeah, it's all relative. Old people problems, exactly. Yeah, old people problems. Do I trade stock derivatives? Sometimes, not always. Sometimes. I mean, there are a lot of big earnings coming up, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Rook d3 for 31.
Rook d3 just took $5 out of Bezos's.
I'm getting old. Yeah, I mean, maybe I am still. Again, I'm not talking about the ratings because everybody can play randomly, but like I think heads up. I mean, I played Bortnick heads up and I beat him. I beat him like 7-3 in a match. So it's not really about like the actual ratings, but it's like I don't. He plays it. Good move by Noterbeck. He finds rook takes d4, and I think it's gonna be a draw probably. Okay, king f6. Takes and rook e4, and this will be a draw, I believe. You still have rook h7, and maybe you can play on, but I'm not feeling it here. I think maybe not, though. Maybe this is still good for. This is still tricky. Wait a second. So takes here. Takes. This might still be tricky though. Rook f5. Apparently, this is still a draw. Ooh, this is still a draw, I guess. But ooh, this is tough. How does this even work? I'm not sure that Noterbeck will save the game, but at least he has 20 minutes, so there are chances. This song is from Conehead's movie. Yeah, like there's rook h5, rook f5, still tricky. Where's Ali Reza? He's apparently, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, people are saying he's like taking fashion courses and going to school in France. So I don't know if that's true or not true, but it seems like a lot of people have said that that's what he's doing. That's what they've said, is that he's just like, he doesn't care about chess. He's just like, he's doing fashion course. That's what a lot of people seem to be saying. I mean, I don't know. Chess sucks. Let's do fashion. The dude made like 300 grand in St. Louis from all the St. Louis events. I mean, I don't care who you are in fashion, unless you're literally at the absolute high end. You're not going to be making that much money if you're in fashion. I guarantee you of that. He's in a cave studying. I don't think so. Let's see. Not all about the money. Well, no, it's not about the money. But the thing is, chess is one of those things where if you take time off, you are not going to reach your full potential. That is the reality. Like, that's one of the reasons I dropped out of school. out of college, and I went back to chess because like I knew that if I took those three additional years to just basically get a degree, that I would never have the chance to reach my full potential in chess. And if Ali Reza does that, it's going to he will miss out on his full potential. His father wants so much money to show up at events. That's a rumor too. Ugh. That's a little bit more than a rumor actually, but at any rate, I think it's just probably a combo of both. Let's see what we get here after rook takes h6. These are tech fic for the 3 months. Appreciate it. Do you see yourself as a world champion in the future? I am a world champion. I won the 960 World Chess Championship. I am a world champion. Not that it's the same thing, but I am a world champion. All right. This is apparently still a draw, but let's see what Noterbeck can do, because this is very tricky with the two connected. Why am I not at this event? Because I have a job and it's too many vacation days to play this tournament. But we'll see. We shall see. Hikaru out here shutting down the chess.com servers. No, it's not me, you guys. Not me. Are you getting the Blitz World Championship this year? I mean, it's going to happen probably end of the year like it always does, so who knows? We'll see. Was I invited? Yes, I was invited, but I can't play, as I said before. So that's just life. That's how it goes.
Teufel__ just subscribe.
Thanks so much, Teufel for the 50-month resub. Thanks so much, Teufel for the 50 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for the 50-month resub. Thank you, man. All right, so we will watch this because this is the game that matters the most, obviously, to the overall standings, and then we'll go from there. Let's see what happens. Who am I rooting for in the NFL? I'm not rooting for anybody, but probably the 49ers would be nice if they could win. That's what I would say. Probably be nice if the 49ers can win. That's what I would say.
Snappy Turtle just subscribed.
Thanks so much, Snappy Turtle, for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Yeah, 50 months is pretty insane. Well, that's like what? That's 4 years? Jeez, it's insane. Thanks so much, Fancy Me, for the Prime. Chess.com is back. Is it? No, it's still down. Events is still not loading. Yeah. Actually, how are they covering on the chess.com channel, you guys? How are they covering the event if the events page is dead? Yeah, the play zone seems fine. Okay, so we'll do the speed run probably once this is over. What is my brother's rating? He hasn't really, I don't think he's played an actual rated event in like probably like 10 years, but he was close to about, I think his FIDE was like 2150-ish maybe. I could be wrong. I think it was like 2150-ish. And his USD was like maybe 2250 maybe max. Yeah, his FIDE was 2155, but he has not played in a very long time. I don't think he's played a FIDE rated game in at least a decade, at least, if not much longer. So, all right. 2150 isn't that bad. Yeah, he's killing it at chess.com though. 2700 Blitz. Blitz is always great. Blitz is always much more fun, as we know, you guys. Blitz is the creme de la creme for anybody who's not like insane and trying to play classical chess forever. All right. So waiting for a move from Noterbeck. We'll see if he still has ice in his veins or not, because this is a draw, but he has to be very precise to draw this game. Is page events is loading? Nope. Not loading for me. Nope. Events page is not working for me. So, all right. Waiting for a move. I mean, again, the computer thinks all these rook moves are draw. Rook a4 is probably the most logical because it's the furthest away, so it probably makes the most sense. But the thing is, draw this is very tough. To know that this is a draw with rook b4, I think it's going to be extremely hard for Noterbeck to save this game. He does have more time, which is helpful, but it's going to be very tough to save this. Not the main events page, but if you hover over it, I mean, watch events. Let me click on it. Oh, it works. Oh no, wait, what? No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Somehow this doesn't look right. This is move 10. It works, except the game is not on move 10. I'm not sitting here 6 hours to watch them play the rest of the game. Let me refresh. Maybe if I refresh, it'll work. No. 15-minute delay, more like a 4-hour delay. 4-hour delay is what it is. Let's go back. Yeah, it's like not 15-minute delay. It's like 4-hour delay. 4-hour delay, 10-year delay. Everybody's having kids. Yes. These were the Skagord for the prime. These are Skagord. Uh-oh. Is this a mistake? Wait, rook f5? Maybe this is still a draw, but ooh, maybe this is still a draw, but let's see. Okay, it's gonna be tricky. Do I think Noterbeck is better than Ali Reza? No, of course not. I think it's just Samuel X for the 9 months.
Just took $5 out of Bezos's pocket.
I understand the purpose. He wants to use the king and like eventually shove the pawn down. But the problem is I think this is actually, let's see. Where would I place yourself amongst current players? I don't know. I don't care, you guys. I'm a streamer. I don't compare myself to other chess players. Setsa says it's a win? Okay. Really? Setsa says it's a win. Interesting. I mean, it looks bad, but how clean is it is a big question. We're on Chess 24, you guys. But yeah, we're going to you spent 12 hours studying chess recently? No, I mean that was maybe like 6-7 hours a day when I was in Colorado Springs. What's a streamer? You're more like a Twitch power user? I don't know what that means either. But thank you to Crod for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Once again, big shout out to everybody who's watching. Hope you're having a fine Tuesday afternoon. Obviously everything a little bit scuffed, but it is what it is. How old are you? I am 28 years old, you guys. So yeah. All right, so maybe G5, Rook F5, probably nothing else. Cesar says plus 87. Yeah, it's possible. These are Crizzo for the prime. These are Crizzo. Appreciate it. Yeah. When was I in Colorado Springs? I was in Colorado Springs in April, right before I went to Spain to play in the Canis tournament in Madrid. We'll see. Yeah, no, it's a forced win for White with Sessa, but I mean, I guess I can load Sessa. Let me see what it says. Let's see, pull up Sessa. Yeah, Sessa says Rook F5, King C4, G5, D4, G6, Rook B6, Rook G5 is like plus 87.92. It's plus 87.92. So, of course, he plays Rook H8, which is a mistake. Because now Black can go King E5 again. Let's see. Yeah, because King E5, but the thing is, this isn't going to happen, you guys. Oh, you know what Vincent wants to do? I think he wants to go check. I think he wants to do this. He wants this. This is what he wants. Ah, this is what Vincent wants. He wants King E5, Rook E8, King F6, Rook F8. But that's... Why is that a draw? Let me... Can I make moves on Sessa? I can. So it's saying King E5, Rook E8, King F6, Rook F8. And then King E5, Rook F5, King E6, Rook F4, and this is still a draw with D4, same position. So that's what it's saying. But you know, on the other hand, the fact that Noterbeck pushed the King to D4, he had the chance to go King E6 already, and he didn't. So he's not going to want to do that. So it's not actually clear cut what Noterbeck will do. No, Noterbeck doesn't want to. He doesn't want the passive king. But the only way to save this game is to play with the passive king and go D4. But the fact that he didn't do that already means that he doesn't realize this. I mean, no one's going to know it's a draw, but means that he doesn't realize that there are very good drawing chances here. So I actually like Rook H8 by Vincent. I actually do like it. Thanks for Jose Juegos for the 20th and 2 Kingdom for the prime. Appreciate it. Okay, so now he's going to go Rook E8, right? We're going to get Rook E8 here. I assume he's gonna go rook e8, king f6, and then check, and then he's gonna get this where black can't go to d4 because you lose. Well, let's see what happens here. Kamer needs to come back for that f pawn. Ah, okay, yeah. What's with this UI? This is not chess.com, is it? This is chess24, a site that part of the Play Magnus group that chess.com acquired for $82 million. So that's what we have. Why did Hikaru stream these days? Because the last 2 weekends I've been traveling. I was in New Orleans 2 weekends ago, and this past weekend I was in the Mojave Desert, and then in Los Angeles, California. Thank you so much to Rilo Jopo. Thank you so much. How was LA? It's great. I can't wait to go back. I love LA. Why so much traveling? Well, because I was filming some stuff in New Orleans, and then I was in LA to see my grandmother. Or I was in California to see my grandmother. Yeah, people. I love LA. I do. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Only human to love LA. I mean, I was in downtown. Like, I didn't mind it compared to New York. I mean, I feel like if you go on the streets of New York, it's a lot worse than the streets of LA. And by the way, we finally got a blunder from Noterbeck. This is actually losing now after rook d8. I believe rook d8 is winning. Let me check with Sessa. Just played rook f8, king g6. Yeah, this is winning. This is plus 152 here after I think this is winning now. Let's refresh. Yeah, rook d8 is winning. I was in downtown LA. I was in downtown LA. It wasn't that bad to me. Do I have a sponsorship with downtown LA? Good one. Funny. Okay, let's see. What are we gonna get here? I didn't say it's good, but I mean, I feel like if I'm on the streets of LA compared to the streets of New York City is a lot worse. How is Carlini doing? He's good. It's a dead draw. No, it's not a dead draw. It's actually winning here. Rook d8 or rook. I think rook d8 and rook f5 both win. No, rook f5 is actually a draw. Rook f5 is a draw because now you get the same kind of ending. So wait, so why is rook d8 winning? Rook d8. Let me look without looking at sus. Let me try to understand why this is winning. This is winning. Why? Oh, it's winning, and now I get it. Computer wants rook e8, and it's like somehow the rook's on the wrong square, and oh, ooh, this is very hard. Let's see. Vincent played rook d8, rook e8 is just ridiculous. No human would play this without like 20 minutes on the clock. I mean, this is absurd that rook e8 is the winning move. And it's winning because I think somehow it's like basically the rook's on the wrong square here, so you can't push the juicer. You need the rook to be in front of the pawn. I mean, it's very, very dank. Very, 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 very dank. Extremely dank. No human would find that without 20 minutes on the clock. Just no chance. No chance. No shot, Bucko. Thank you so much to Matt for the prime and Brandian for the prime. I still think that there's a very good chance that Vincent wins this, though. I think there's an extremely good chance he wins. We'll see. Thank you so much to Catskin for the prime. Thank you so much, Catskin. Appreciate it. Thank you. What tournament am I playing next? We have Norway Chess in May. That's what we have. So, yeah. Thank you so much to Easy Run for the 7 months. Also, I would say separately, everybody complains about LA traffic. Speaking of LA, but I would argue the traffic when I was in Seattle was way worse than anything I've ever had to deal with in LA. I mean, I know people make LA traffic sound like the end of the world, but traffic I had to deal with in Seattle was significantly worse. Thank you so much to Jimster for the 12 months. Appreciate it.
Subbed for 12 months. Yay, Hikaru rules. Mitten sucks.
Do I think Vincent is good at chess? Like, what kind of lunatic would I have to be to say anything else? I mean, come on, like Vincent, not a good player. The dude's like 2,700. Like, come on, be serious. Be serious. I missed 5 gifted subs. No, I don't see five gifted subs. No, I didn't miss it. Do I think Daniel Darda is good? Daniel Darda has potential. I mean, it's still too early to tell, but he has potential. So yeah. He's not 20. Oh, he's 2696. Right, exactly. Yeah. Duda or Vincent? I mean, the dude, I would say right now the dude is clearly better than Vincent, but if Vincent can like keep his head together, I think Vincent has a higher ceiling, because Duda is a great player, but Duda definitely struggles with tilt from time to time. He does tilt during tournaments for sure, without a doubt, as we saw in the CGC when I played him. Like, he just completely tilted out of his mind for no reason. Okay, waiting for a move here. D4 is the only draw. Have I ever been to Costa Rica? No, I've never been to Costa Rica. So yeah, Vincent just recently graduated high school and started full-time chess. Yeah, I mean, Vincent has a high ceiling. He of course is working with Peter Lecco, was a very, very strong player, one game away from being world champion. I mean, I worked with Peter for a period, so I'm aware of the work that he does. So Vincent has everything in place. Whether he can do it remains to be seen. But he's got all the right components. He has sponsors. He has a good trainer. So we'll see. So D4 is the only drawing move here. Only drawing move. It's crazy how many places chess got you. And chess is a great game. What can I say? I mean, Rook D4 is a human move here, to be clear. I mean, to try and check, but it shouldn't be too hard for Notebreck to realize that this has to be losing. So Rook D4 is the only other move, but I mean, D4 is kind of forced. Although, again, maybe Notebreck's afraid of Rook D5 and some G5. We'll see. Nice words about Vincent. Thank you for a valid opinion. I mean, he has a lot of potential. Whether he reaches it, I mean, remains to be seen. It's going to come down to what Vincent does. What career would I have if I didn't have chess? Depends when you, like, what time period you ask me. It could have been different when I was young, could have been different later. Who knows? Why do I look 20? Thank you, appreciate it. Because I feel like I'm 20, that's why. Are the mods on a paycheck or volunteer? Some of the mods I pay, I generally at the end of the year I give away $500 Amazon gift certificates to my mods for the hard work they do. Have I ever been to Greece? Yes. Some of my earliest streams, you guys, were from Greece. Caruana is better than you. I literally don't care. You can think Fabiano is better than me. You can think I'm better than him. I literally don't care. Fabiano's a good guy. I like him. I mean, why do I care? Parham is better than you, of course. Everybody's better than me. Yes. I literally don't care. Like, all right. Thank you so much to Leanhorn for the 18 months. Thank you so much, Leanhorn.
Leanhorn just subscribed. Hello, Chess Maestro. Congrats on number 1. The campaign for En Passant being forced.
W mods, yeah, I gave them $500 Amazon gift certificates. So I hope they're feeling good. My sarcasm, I'm not being sarcastic. I don't care. Like, do I care if Fabiano is higher rated than me or I'm higher rated than him? No, I mean, we've both had long careers in chess. So, like, obviously we've played many times. We both have a lot of respect for each other. Like, who cares? Who cares? My FIDE is like 2768. Fabiano, I don't know if I would say Fabiano out of form. I think it's the wrong word. I think Fabiano, if I had to take a guess, again, I obviously don't know what's going through his mind, but I'm guessing that for Fabiano, probably the whole thing with like the pandemic, like sort of missing the boom per se. I think it's all kind of like affected him to some degree. I don't know if it's like he's lost motivation or like what's going on, but he doesn't feel like he's quite the same player that he was before the pandemic. That's just my guess. Thank you so much to Crossfire for the Prime. Thanks for Crossfire, appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my read though. Is it's not like Fabiano's like a terrible player or anything, or he's not like still very strong. But I just feel like it's just a little bit off. I don't quite know what it is. So, just my read. He did well. I actually think when he stopped working with Kasim Janov, that probably was not a good decision. I think indefensible for the 4 months. What's happening with MVL? He's been out of sorts. I mean, time. Does Fabiano have sponsors, or do you know who it is? He was sponsored by some part of Intel at some point, I thought. But I don't know currently. Played D4, right? Yeah, he did go D4. Do I have one loss that stands out more than others? Yes, you guys. I will do a recap, not a recap. So I'm going to do a video later for YouTube about my most painful loss ever, and so I will be doing a video off stream for the tubes. So yeah, so you'll get your answer soon. What's happening with today's Title Tuesday? It will be today's Title Tuesday will be happening, I think, at 5 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see. Is he against Grishuk? No, that was a draw, you guys. That was a draw. Views on Prague's game. I mean, Prague has been like one of the players who I feel like has not done anything lately. It feels like he's stalled out really early and hasn't done much. So it's good to see him putting it together. It feels like he's the only Indian player who's been doing well. Like Gukesh has been bad. Arjun has been I feel like Arjun's been like a huge disappointment in this event. So he's the one who's actually like had a pretty solid event. But again, we'll see what happens with the Indians. 5 p.m. Eastern, what time is that? UK? In the UK, you should be on Greenwich Mean Time, which means if you're on Greenwich Mean Time, that would be 2200 or 10 o'clock at night. There's Rook F4, Rook D5, only 2 moves here. Why is Rook D5? I guess this is a draw. Why? Oh, because you can still go F3. Ooh, this is brutal. I mean, Rook D5, King E4 will probably be played. Yeah. Greenwich time. Although actually King E4 there's just D3, right? Oh, this is just basic. Oh wait, actually this is really basic then. So wait, this is really basic. And this is a draw. Ooh, because King H4. Ooh, this is very dank. This is very dank. Ooh, very dank. Will Noterbeck find that? Very, very dank concept. I think it's just a big B290 for the prime. Have I ever met any of my mods in person? Yes, and this is for that certain unnamed form where people like to spew a lot of garbage. But yeah, I have actually met Creamsicle multiple times in person. So yes, there you guys go. All right, so D4 was played. So we have Rook takes F4, Rook D5. Creamsicle is a real human being. Yes, thank you guys. Yeah, met him on multiple occasions. What a shock, right? What a shock for those lunatics who want to believe otherwise. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get King F6, and I think this is just gonna be a draw. I mean, this doesn't seem very... I mean, maybe Vincent doesn't see F3. Maybe Vincent doesn't see F3 here, but yeah. Yes, you guys. Very funny though. Very funny. It's great to believe in. It's great to believe in conspiracy theories. Make no mistake about it. But unfortunately, reality in like 99.9% of the time is quite different than what you want to, than the fantastic story you want to believe. Yeah, Creamsicle literally just exists and catches strays. I know. Hilarious. Would you be able to beat the version of you that had your highest personal elo? I don't know. Depends on the stress and everything else going in. You said you worked with Gary before. How does that work? Do you have to pay him a lot of money? When I worked with Gary, that was Rex actually paid for that. Rex Singfield, he paid for that when I worked with Gary. So I didn't have to pay money, but I know it was a lot of money. So yeah. XQC wants Hikaru on his podcast. Okay, let me stop the music. Let's watch this clip. What is this clip?
Game.
What about the chess guy, the Magnus guy?
Wait, Hans?
No.
What the heck? Oh my god. What is XQC even doing? Jeez. What?
Magnus.
Magnus will not shot. He will not shot.
Oh, Hikaru probably would.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lando Norris.
XQC, you should interview Belle Delphine.
I think Magnet.
Hikaru, sure.
Magnus would show up probably.
Hikaru would show up, sure.
This whole thing is just, oh my gosh, that's just comical for like 20 different reasons. I don't even know what I was supposed to say. It's comical for like all the wrong reasons. I like how Magnus's name has changed, by the way. That Magnus guy, I feel like there's a guy called Magnus. Like, that's kind of his name, I think. There's kind of a guy named Magnus. So that Magnus guy, it seems pretty straightforward what's being said there. Anyway, all right. Thanks so much, GM Swamp Fox for the 15, John Dildo for the John Ildo for the Prime, and OD Gab for the Prime, and Game with Jackson for the 16 months. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me play music back. John, what?
Thanks for all the content, Hikaru.
Yeah. Also, the Bella Delphine bit was good too. Bella Delphine, yeah. Yeah. You got a new kid. It's John what? Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys, let's slow down for a second. So I think this is going to be a draw. Yeah. Thank you so much to Ezekiel for the Prime. Thank you so much to Ezekiel. Appreciate it. So, yeah, no, if XQC were to ask me, though, of course I would. Of course I would show up, obviously. Already losing my brain before Title Tuesday? Yeah. 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 Chess TV, by the way. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say this story. It's a little bit inappropriate, but it's inappropriate, but I don't care. So yeah, I'll tell a story anyway. So there was a time, it was a while back, and I was with my mom, my girlfriend, and we were playing categories. Okay, so we're playing categories, and it's you know, you roll a cube, you get a letter, and you have to name different things. And for whatever reason, the letter was D, obviously, and the word that I thought of was literally a word I just said, and it was I don't know why I wrote that down. Like I was playing categories, and my mom was there, and I put that word down. So it was let's just say not quite right. Not quite. No, not that. No, the word I just said, John who. It was like, you know, a thing or something, and yeah, it's the word that came into my mind. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, you guys, yeah. All right. So let's leave it here on the game. Yeah, they just gave 15 minutes because they just reached move number 60, so they did get a little bit more time. Yeah, that's why. Did you guys not hear? I said John something, and then you say John something, and then you hear and then yeah. It wasn't right. Let's put it that way. All right, back to the chess. Let's keep it family friendly here. Why am I not watching the games? Because the events page is still not working, right? I mean, we can watch it, you guys. If you want to watch a game on a 4-hour delay, we can watch it. Like that's always good with me. Probably not good with you guys. Yeah, I mean, look, we're on move number 10, you guys. So we're gonna cover this game on a 4-hour delay. Okay. We're gonna cover this on a 4-hour delay for everybody who's watching on chess.com. Is that what you want? You want to just sit here and see my coverage of this for the next 4 hours with this position? We could do that, obviously, but that's not quite right. So let's go back. There we go. Will King E4 F3 be played is the big question. That's the $1 million question here. Will that be played? G5 King E6, and you kind of don't have anything. So if you move the rook away, now the pawn is too fast. And if you don't go King E4, I mean, I think it's just nothing happening. Like you go G5 King E6 Rook D8, there's just King F5, Rook D5 King E6. I mean, it's just a draw. So I think he has to go King E4, only move. We'll see if he plays it. Only move to try and win. Otherwise, it's going to be a draw. I mean, maybe you can maybe take. I guess this is. Wait. This is actually the other line, and I think this is a draw, right? With like F3 Rook B8. This is the draw, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Thank you so much to Fuji Fire for the Prime. Thanks so much to Fuji Fire. So King E4 played instead of King F4. Let's see. Will he find F3? F3 is the last move to save the game. If you don't go F3 here, I think you actually lose the game. on the spot. So all right, gonna get some more water. I guess I'll get some more coffee. I don't know if I think Title Tuesday is gonna happen, so we are gonna keep going with the disrespect speedrun as soon as this game ends, and then we will play Title Tuesday. So I'll be back in a second. Yes, we're doing disrespect, you guys. Okay, so we still didn't get a move, did we? There's no F3 was played yet. F3 is an only mover. It's the only move because otherwise you're gonna lose both pawns. Like rook a4 I can just take, and then after takes, if you trade, this is just losing with F3. Was it played? Did he play F3? Someone said it was played, but I don't see it on the board. I'll pull up Sessa as well. Was it played? No, Sessa doesn't have F3 either. No, Sessa doesn't have F3. Thank you so much for that new Ellie Beast for the Prime. I think it's a new Ellie Beast. It was played. I don't have it on Sessa or Chess 24. It isn't played? Okay, it isn't played yet. Okay, let's see. What the heck? Okay, you guys, and just like that, chess.com is back, you guys. So we have the game on chess.com, so we can finally stop watching on chess 24. God bless chess.com, they finally fixed it. D3 is played. D3 is a blunder. King to F3 is winning for white, you guys. King to F3 is winning, apparently. King to F3, rook B3 takes, and this is apparently winning. I don't know why, but it is. So we're back, you guys. There you go. It's like, there you go. We're back. We're back. Was that a bullet game in 1 second? Yeah, it was literally like 60 moves coming in, and it was a blunder, which makes it even better. It's like that makes it all the better. Okay, let me close Sessa. I don't need Sessa anymore. All right. All right. So anyway, you guys,
Welcome, Raiders.
whoa, thank you so much to Bortnick Chess for the raid with 97. Thank you so much to Bortnick Chess. Thank you so much to JD with the Prime as well. King F3 actually I think is a very easy move to find, because if you take F3 is a very obvious draw. Like, it's very easy. If you go rook d4, we trade. King g5 takes here, and it's opposition draw. I mean, the problem with d3 by Noterbreak is that King F3 is actually literally the only move, because takes d3, you lose the pawn. Like, I mean, maybe you can think this is winning, but again, maybe this is actually, you could think that this is winning. It's possible that you could think this is winning if you don't see king h5, but realistically I think king f3 is a very obvious move here. Once again, big shout out to Border Chess, thank you for the raid, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, this is actually not difficult. Like, this seems very routine. No, wait, Noterbeck's just losing here, isn't he? King f3 actually looks very obvious. Yeah, chess.com, I mean, man, we're happy it's back. Should you get the 100 subs? Only if you can afford it, and only if you're a big fan of the channel. Your obvious and my obvious are completely different. Yeah, well, I mean, this is just very basic. Like, you realize that rook d4, it takes all of 5 seconds to realize that this is a draw for 2700 GM. And I mean, to me, it seems kind of hard to, like, it's hard to believe that this could be winning just from an intuitive standpoint. So I think king f3 is a very, very, very obvious move, and I'd be really surprised if after a minute he doesn't just play king f3. It seems like a very obvious move to me, at least, but we'll see. How do I rate Vincent? Is he as talented as Ali Reza? No, he's probably not as talented as Ali Reza, but I have a feeling that Vincent, he's got like that whole German disposition. He's a very hard worker, so he's not as naturally talented, but if he works really hard, I could see him surpassing Ali Reza. I don't know. I mean, Ali Reza's ceiling is so high at 2800-ish peak that it's kind of hard to know on that, but again, we'll see. I'm German. Thank you. German's obviously, yeah, Germany's great. I mean, I always like somebody who like works on an actual schedule and, you know, things tries to move on time. Whereas like, you know, everywhere else, and maybe not everywhere else, but like if you go to like, you know, France, Italy, Spain, like those peeps, they just be out chilling all day. Time doesn't matter. I mean, nothing's got to be on time. Like it's all just good. Sip wine all afternoon, take a siesta. I mean, it's all good. Don't diss our siestas. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm from Germany. We love working. Yep. Yeah. Okay, king f3. I mean, he's not going to miss it, surely. I mean, there's just no way he's going to play king d3. King f3 is just such an obvious move here. Like, all it takes is 2 seconds to realize you can go rook a3. Like, maybe... Wait. Actually... it's still tricky though. Maybe this is still a little bit tricky to realize it's winning, but king f3 to me, it seems pretty easy to logically realize that king takes d3 can't possibly be winning. So king f3 seems pretty, to me, it feels like after a minute intuitively you just have to go to f3. Just can't be right to go somewhere else. So we'll see. The whole chat turned German. Well, Germans do watch my stream actually a lot. Like, I have noticed out of like non-US, non-Canada, most of my viewers do tend to be from Germany. So big shout out to all the Germans who are watching. Germans just love chess. The only problem, I think, Decryption EU, the only thing that I don't get with Germany is like they're more strong amateurs, like 2300 level than anywhere else except maybe Russia, but somehow Germany just never produces like the super talents, which is just kind of weird because there's so many Germans who just play chess. So many Germans who just play chess. So I don't know why that is, but that's what it is. Thank you so much to King K Harvey for the prime. Über alles Deutschland. Apparently, isn't that like in 2023 you're not supposed to say that, right? Isn't that like wrong or something? Is that what, you know, like everything in the world you get, it's like not appropriate, right? I think it's not, it's like anything else, it's not appropriate. Yeah, you aren't supposed to say that. It's like everything in this world. It's like nothing's okay to say in this world anymore. Ridiculous. Anyway, okay. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen here. I mean, this looks very basic to me. Just looking at this position, like I'm just thinking about this position here. Even something like this, like it seems pretty routine to me. You can always check, and I think, yeah, this is just rook f5. I mean, it's just winning. I don't know, the chess-based or the chess.com engine is pretty bad, but this is just very basic. It goes king f. I mean, king f3 does not seem hard to play here. I mean, king f3 is like, it's actually the only move. even without realizing it, even obviously it's easier for me at home with no pressure or anything. It seems really hard to, I mean, just intuitively it seems really straightforward to realize that this can't possibly be winning. And if you realize that's not winning, then king f3 is the only other alternative, which is why you have to play it, which is why it's a very easy move to find, because you have two moves. You can't block because then you lose the game. I get a queen, and he plays it. King f3 is on the board. Thank you so much to Clement man for the prime. Thank you to Clement man, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, this is not surprising. Yeah, I mean, the problem is it's like the only, if you don't think king d3 is winning, king f3 is the only other move that you can even play. So these are a feet first live for the prime. These are a feet first live. Appreciate it. I know, to me this, yeah, I think Vincent's gonna win this game. I'd be very surprised if Vincent doesn't win this game at this point. Even though he's down on time, I think he's gonna win. This is +5 because eventually you're gonna end up in a position where you have rook and 2 pawns versus a rook, which is a straightforward theoretical win. Thank you for the coverage. No problem, you guys. It's good to get back into it. Obviously I would have loved to play Title Tuesday, but it is what it is. No, I think there's, yeah, now you go rook a3 I think, and then rook b5, and then I think you can slowly start pushing up. Although apparently rook d8 is, oh, rook d8 with rook f8 is actually not hard either, but he plays there. Okay, so rook b5 only move, because king f6, rook a5, you lose the pawn, and that's going to be game over. Rook a5 is the only move here, or rook b5 I should say. I mean, rook a8 is good. King g2, I mean, maybe king g2, king f6, king g5 is not cleanly winning, but actually rook a8 has to be winning, because now again, same problem where you can put the rook here and go after the pawn. So I think after rook a8, Vincent's gonna win this game if he plays it. It seems like the obvious move to me is just rook a8. Thank you so much to Control Kings for the prime. Thank you so much to Control Kings, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Is that a mistake or is it still winning? Is it still winning after king f6 or not? Maybe it's still winning with rook. Maybe it's still winning. This is very tricky. It's still winning, I think, but it's a little bit tricky here. King f6 only move, by the way. Only move here. Everything else is losing. Only move to try and survive. Hey, so much to Azivator for the 2 months.
Azivator just took $5 out of Bezos.
It's still winning? Okay. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So, all right. Let's see. Oh, rook h3 is the only winning move after king f6. That's pretty dank too, actually. Rook h3, I guess to hook with rook h5 and rook h8, and then if rook b3, you can go back with the other hook of rook f5. Very dank, very hard to find. I mean, this is, rook h3 is a very tough move to find. Very tough move to find. Yeah, I mean, it's all winning, but the thing is, it's not about the winning. It's the fact that you have only one move, and king f6 is played. Rook h3 is a very tough move to find. I don't think he's going to find it. I think king g2 is a big mistake from a practical standpoint. Yeah, rook h3 is just not... I mean, I don't think anyone's finding this without like 10 minutes at least on the clock here. But he could still find it. He finds it. Well, he'll find it if he realizes that this position, if he realizes this position is a draw, then he'll find it. If he doesn't realize it, then then why would he go king g2? Because it was a logical move to activate squares. But he should have played the other order with rook 8 first. Yeah, of course. Yeah, completely wrong. And see, he should have done the other order. This was the kind of the point. Like right here, this is exactly the point. He should go here, sit on check, here. Now you have rook a5 to cut the king. But the order that he did it in, problem is now you're not cut off because the king is on f6 versus e5, so the king gets in. Let's see, I don't think this is very hard to find king g5, king h4, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, he just played the wrong order. He should have gone rook 8 right away without king g2, and then this all would have been simple. If the times are to be believed, though, Noterbeck will draw this game. If the times are correct, Noterbeck is going to save this game. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what we're gonna get here. Vincent hat get blundered. Yeah. Everybody's suddenly speaking Deutsch in chat for some reason, but yeah, only move is king g5. King g5 is a draw. Everything else is GG. Mind you, this again though is not obvious. Like to go rook b2 and to realize that this is actually a draw with rook b3, rook b4. Not obvious. I mean, actually, there's also check, and I guess this is still a draw. This is still a draw too, which actually, to be honest, this is a bit dank. Like to find this and realize you can sit. Ooh, hard to believe. Hard to believe. I mean, we'll see whose nerves are better here. We'll see whose nerves are better, I think. I'd be kind of I don't know. It's hard to believe that Noterbeck will find him, but he could. He's got 10 extra minutes. These are annoying endgames. This is when chess really is annoying. It's when you have endgames like this. Really, really annoying. Thank you so much to Eric SF for the Prime. Title Tuesday. We should have a Title Tuesday. That's what I've been told. Is there's going to be an evening Title Tuesday, but you never know. You never know what's happening with chess.com. Thanks so much to Paxana for the 100 bits. Rewatching your Lex Fridman podcast is so good. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Abdu is cool as ice. Nope. Rook A5. GG. Yep. Rook A5. I mean, there's no way he was going to find it realistically. Yep. Rook A5 is GG. So he basically got the position that we all thought we were going to get. Like he should have gone rook. The normal trajectory for this would have been to get the position from this order, but we're going to get the same position anyway. Just both sides play the wrong moves. Rook A5 is on the board, and that's going to be all she wrote. Vincent is going to win this game now, and Noterbeck is going to lose. Very tough loss for him. He will be tied for the lead with Anish Giri. Both players are bad. Hard to say that they just don't have a lot of time. Chess is offline. Just why? I know chess online is much better than offline. I think Paxana over the 200 bits. Appreciate it. So we're going to get ready to start a speedrun pretty soon. And we'll go from there. Let me start to get it set up while we're at it. Okay, there we go. Let me get my timer set up. Yeah, this is going to be over pretty soon. You know why the world's top GM is not playing Tata Steel? Because he has a job. He is a streamer, and he's got to go to work like most normal people. That's why. I mean, it's not rocket science. But I've said it before. I mean, this is my job. I don't know why people don't believe me, but they think that I'm just like I'm just chilling. I don't care. Like whatever. Yeah. Thanks so much to Thrash Sheena for the Prime. Appreciate it. What would I do? Would you be fine if you never streamed again? I guess. But I mean, these days I love streaming. It's my favorite thing. Like even after streaming very seriously for the last like 3 years almost nonstop, I still love it just as much as I did when I first started. The only thing I can't do is I can't stream as long. That is the one thing I will say. Is like when it first f3, of course, important move to play. If he finds f3 and then king h3, king h4, this will be very easy. Let's see if he can find it. F3 is the last trick. So if you take king g5, this, as I said before, is a draw. So f3 is a very important move to play here. Very, very important move, because after this, I think you can slowly start to wind the king up the board. Maybe you can also go this way, too. Yeah, I think you just start to slowly bring... Wait, where's the win? Wait a second. Let me open Sessa again, because now I'm getting confused, too. Okay, what's the win? It's saying rook c5. I mean, I just don't understand what the win is. It's saying rook c5 is winning. Okay, where's the win? Yeah, so f3 is f3 rook a4, and then it says mate in king f1 is probably good, and then rook d4, and then rook e5, rook d6, and somehow this is winning, but still tricky. Still tricky. I'm actually not sure. The more I think about is how easy it's going to be to win this position for Vincent. Doesn't seem trivial. Doesn't seem trivial to me, at least. But we'll see. Let's see. What are the move? F3 has to be the right move, right? F3 has to be right. You sit on A4 to go to D4. And how do you win this? I mean, maybe you just run the king up. No, actually, you know what you do? You just run the king up, right? No, but how... I mean, the engine says white is winning. I mean, Sessa says mate. Sessa says it's mate in like 130 moves. So Sessa can't be wrong. King h3, rook c4, king h4, rook b4. Yeah, no, I'm using Sessa, but I don't know. Sessa says it's winning. It says it's plus 87, but I don't actually see it right off. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 pieces. I guess you could. Suzuki table bases. Let me pull up Suzuki. This should be winning, though. It really feels like this should be winning.
Mawing just took $5 out of
King's on g2, rook's on f5, king's on g6, rook is on a3, pawn is on f4. Yeah, so f3 is winning. It says mate. So f3, rook a4. What's the win here? King h3, rook d4. King h4, rook a4. a4, rook g5, king h7, rook rook h5, and then g5, rook h6. That's why it's winning. Yes, because then the rook gets in and you get king So actually, yes, so it's actually, again, yes, to see this rook h5, g5, king g4 idea to activate the king. But yeah, this is winning. Okay, but it's not trivial. It still takes some work. They need NJR for the prime. They need a Mawing for the 15. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to find, actually. Yeah, it takes... This is just a theoretical draw, that's why. No, f3 is forced, but Vincent has to find this little maneuver with the side tickle, where you check, and then you go g5, so you have king g4 and rook h6. Oof. He does play f3. Okay, let's see if he can find it. Okay, we're gonna get this moment. We're gonna get king h3, king h4, and then we're gonna see if he can find it. King h3, of course. Yep. Okay, rook d4, or I mean, he'll probably go to like b4 and then d4, and then we'll see if he can find it. No, the idea about d4 actually doesn't matter, but the reason I said d4 is because white can try to run this king up, and then you can go to d4, and the king is completely cut off where it can't get in the game. So it doesn't really matter where you play, where you go. But yeah, actually, now that you play king h3, this is the only idea, because you can never really move the rook away because of rook b3. So you can't move the rook off. If you go rook f8, I can just go king g7. So you can't ever really move the rook. So this king h4, rook g5, h5, g5 idea. Now that Vincent has put the king on h3, he should find it. He should actually find it. It should be pretty straightforward now. But we'll see. I think he'll find it. Just my guess. I don't think it's difficult. If he misses it, I'd be very surprised here. Very surprised. Thank you so much to Philip Un for the prime. Thank you to Philip Un. Appreciate it. Thank you for the prime, my man. You're the best. Thank you. So, all right, let's see what's going to happen here. Yeah, king h4 I think will be played. It's crazy they're both like 18 years old and play at this level. Welcome to modern day chess. Everybody's good. Yeah, I mean, we'll see the next couple moves played really fast. I checked with Sessa, but yes, this is winning because basically what happens is when you go, I mean, you can't move the king anywhere. It just has 2 files here to go to. So if rook b3, you can't go rook a3 or b3 ever because I just take the pawn and I guard. So the thing is, you have to wait, and then after check, if you go to f file, my king gets in because I still have rook f5. You still can't go in because you lose the juicer. And if you wait, now I get check, and then I go king g5, eat the juicer, and I win the game. And if you, I mean, you have to go to the h file, and then I mean, this again doesn't seem very difficult to find. So yeah, this is gonna be. I don't see any way Vincent doesn't see the idea. There's just no way Vincent doesn't see it. Hikaru, you sound a lot better. Hope you're well. I mean, yeah, I feel pretty good finally. I mean, I wasn't great even when I did my recap 2 days ago in the morning, but when I started heading back towards LA, luckily throat cleared out and we're all good. So yeah. Okay, rook a4. Now we're gonna get check, right? Check g5. This is probably, we're probably gonna get this. This is what we're gonna get, and it's just a matter of whether he realizes that this is winning. But again, the problem here is the pawn is just way too fast. The pawn is just too fast going up the board. So yeah, it should be. Wait, why did Vincent go rook f8? He's just trying to gain time. Yeah, Vincent's just trying to gain time. He's gonna go rook f8 and then rook f5 back just to gain time. 100% that's what he's doing. We'll get king g7 and then rook f5, and then he'll think when he has an extra minute. Yeah, he's gonna go rook f5 now, get an extra minute on the clock, so you gain 30 seconds every move. Yep, and then he's gonna go rook g5. Yeah, now he'll go rook g5, and then he'll have a minute and a half. Dania and Jovanka whole time praising Noterbeck for holding the draw with perfect play. This isn't a draw though, this is winning for white. Rook g5, rook h5 is winning. Wait, they aren't seriously saying it's a draw, are they? Because this is not a draw. This is not a draw. Oh, so they're trusting an engine, but I mean, without the engine, if you look at it conceptually, you realize it. Yeah, but without an engine, conceptually, even without an engine, I realize conceptually that this should be winning. Because you realize this is winning. I mean, it just feels like this has to be winning with the 2 moves. Their engine shows it as a draw. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand that. Of course, you have to check. There are no other moves here. It's the only move. Of course, he plays it. He gained the extra minute on the clock, and now he plays rook g5, of course. Yeah, now rook h5 and g5. Again, not rock science. Now you can't go rook f5 because this would be a 3-fold repetition. So now it's very easy. Any other rook move allows rook a3, so it's very easy. Now you have to go rook h5 and g5. Only way to play this. Thank you so much to Hash CR for the forums. Daniel says it's a draw, really? I mean, Daniel's a strong player, and he knows his endgame, so that's a little bit disappointing to hear. A little bit disappointing. I mean, I guess they look at their eval bar and they just decide it knows what it's talking about. But this is winning for white. I mean, g5 is very basic. Like, this is not difficult. No, I don't understand how Danny can say it's a draw. I mean, Danny is a very strong player. Yeah, I guess everyone's just because the problem is after rook a1, I go check. If you go this way, well, I mean, the first things first, if you go back, this is very basic. You just win. Same thing on rook a4, you just eat the juicer. So this is very basic, of course. You have to go this way, then check here rook f8. I mean, this is not difficult. And if you go rook f1, for example, is it king g4 or is it rook e8? I have to be a little bit careful and precise. g6 might not work. Does g6 work? Check, check, rook f1. This might be a draw. This might be a draw. And rook f3. This could be a draw. Because the king is too advanced. So this would be a draw. So probably okay, so we get we'll get this. Check king e5. And this is really the critical moment. Danny didn't see g5. Okay. Fair enough. So it's still tricky. I mean, rook f7 is also a move. I mean, again, I don't know which square you go to. You go here, where are the squares? Still tricky. We get rook a1, we're gonna get rook h6 instantly, I assume. Yep. He's gonna go here, check, and rook f8. We're gonna get this move played very, very fast. You gotta go check. Vincent should play these next like 2 moves immediately. Yeah, he plays this move, so he gains even more time on the clock. Very important that he gains the extra time. Yeah, now I assume rook f8 or rook f7. I don't know which one's right. f8 looks right just because it guards the queening square, but f7 is also a move. Yeah, rook f8 has to be right, but then rook f1. How do you win? I assume you go here, here, here. G3. Is this one where you can hide behind the pawn, maybe? Maybe you can hide behind the pawn with check. And then you have check and you win the game. Maybe you can hide behind the... Yeah, I think actually you hide. And black loses by 1 tempo, right? Black's gonna lose by like 1 tempo, I assume. Maybe rook e4 after this line? Still tricky, but this is winning, I'm sure of it. I just don't know exactly what the move order is, but this definitely is winning. The Ziggy table-based servers having issues now, very funny. Yeah, rook f8's got to be the move. I mean, as a human, the idea to push the pawn, guarding the last square, has to be correct. I do expect Vincent to win this game. I mean, king g4 is also a move, but it can't be right because there's just check and rook g3. Like, this is very basic. So rook f8 or rook f7, Vincent's got to just pick a square and just play the move. Cannot use a lot of time here because he only has 3.5 minutes left, so he's got to just pick a square, trust his gut, go with it, and that's that. Thank you so much to Etruscan for the 7.
Etruscan 53 just took...
Yeah, rook f8 and rook f7 are the only 2 moves, and he should just pick one and save his time. One of the 2. Chess.com says a draw. This is not a draw. This is winning for white. This is totally winning. So we'll see. 6 out of 9 cheddars would lose this position with 20 minutes. I don't know. I mean, rook f8 is the only move to play. It's just it feels right intuitively to guard the queening square. King g4 is not a move because then I just go check rook f3. If I win this pawn before your pawn gets down the board, this is going to be a easy draw. Come on, Vincent, you got to move. Yeah, he's taking way too long here. He's just got to play rook f8 and trust his instincts. You think Vincent's going to allow a draw? I mean, it could be a draw. He's using way too much time here. Like, you just got to go rook f8. Yeah, I mean, because basically you get the situation where it's a 50-50, but if you use too much time, like, you know there's still going to be wrinkles in this endgame where it's tricky later on, so you have to save those 2 minutes and just go with your gut. This is a huge mistake. They need to easily fix this for the prime. He might still win, but he's going to have 2 minutes less at the critical moment after rook g3. This is the problem. Yeah, he's using way too much time. Am I the chess boom? No one individual is responsible for the boom. No one individual is the cause for it. Let's put it at that. Everybody's doing things that are helping with it, but no one person is responsible for it. Okay. Yeah. Rook f8 is of course the move. What? What the heck is that? What? I mean, I guess he thinks he's winning. I mean, if you get the king up, but what the heck is rook b6? I don't even understand how you play. I mean, rook b6 is just a bizarre move to me. I don't even understand how you play it. How is this not just an easy draw? I don't even understand this. Like, rook b3, king f5 is a draw. I mean, I'm thinking Vincent actually just missed rook h3 check. I think Vincent might have thought he had this and he can block and he wins the game. Although even this, hilariously enough, is still not winning. Even this is just a draw. How do you play rook b6? You got to keep the king. Yeah, I'm just perplexed. I mean, anybody who plays blitz would go rook f8 like in 5 seconds. Rook b6 is such a bizarre move. Like, I don't even understand how you play it. I think he thought g6 g7 was winning, but it's not. No, but it's just on intuition alone you go here, just because you realize that like there's one key point. If you lose this F pawn before your pawn gets down the board, it's going to be a draw. Because like, just to illustrate the point, like let's say you got some position like this, for example, even if you get the pawn all the way down here, even this, the king is too advanced. So this is a very basic rook versus pawn draw. Like you make the queen takes here. Like the king is so advanced here that like you realize that this is just a draw. So like when you realize that any of these endgames are a draw if you lose the pawn, the only thing that matters is getting this pawn up. And so keeping the king cut off and guarding the queenie square is just very basic. I think he just needed to just move instantly, be like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna play it, and that's that. But I think he started calculating and he just like, yeah, he lost the thread. He just lost the thread. It's gonna be a draw now. It's not about an engine. I'm not saying I would know what the objective evaluation is, but I would still go rook f8 immediately and just trust that if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, now it's just a draw. Yeah, rook f8 was, I don't know, I'm very, very strange. Yeah, very, very strange. I don't understand rook b6 at all. I just don't know how you don't go rook f8. I mean, maybe he thought, I mean, maybe there's some chance that he thought this was a, well, there's rook f5. What did he actually think? Maybe he thought this was a draw? Because he didn't see king g6, I guess? Maybe he only thought he had g6 and he thought, you know, this is obviously just a draw. Maybe that's what he thought, but still. Tanya was right, yeah. I'm just perplexed. I just don't know how you don't play rook f8 and then just, I mean, if you don't see king g6, that's one thing, but not go rook f8 on intuition is just very weird. Very, very weird. Like, I'm not even sure that in an overboard game I would have won this, but I would have gone rook f1, rook f8, and then gotten to like this position and then started thinking. But yeah, it is what it is. And now, I mean, just king e6, I mean, it's just, obviously it's just a draw. Although maybe he has one last trick. Maybe he has one last trick with rook g5. One last trick, forcing king f6. There's one last trick. Yeah, I would have played rook f8 and then started thinking once you get to rook g3. That's what I would have done. That way I have like 6 minutes on the clock and I can burn 3 or 4 minutes to go there, to get to that point. The thing is, there's just no winning line here. He's gonna go g6 takes, and there's one last wrinkle where you have to find king f6. Yeah, I don't know if I would have found king g6, but I would have played rook f8, blitzed out 3 moves, had an extra 1.5 to 2 minutes, and then started thinking, and maybe I find it, maybe I don't. But the time usage there was just not good. Not good. So what does that mean? If this is a draw, that's going to mean, oh, the results aren't showing on chess.com. So I don't know what that's going to mean. I feel like as soon as chess.com got popular, it immediately lost all the people because of crashing. I mean, maybe chess.com did, I doubt it, but I mean, YouTube at least, everybody's consuming chess a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. So anyway, all right, we're gonna get a draw soon, so I probably am gonna take one more quick break. I'm probably gonna order some food as well. I don't have any food, and I think evening title Tuesday is on. So the evening title Tuesday is happening, which means I'm gonna be streaming straight on through. So I'm gonna order some food, go use the restroom. We will start with our disrespect speedrun pretty soon, I think, and then go from there. All right, game just lost interest after rook b6. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get a draw. He's gonna take it, he's gonna find king f6, and it'll be a draw. What am I gonna order? Daniel dissed me saying he doesn't use engines. He might have said that, he might not have said that. It doesn't really matter. I think you're trolling. It doesn't sound like a very Daniel thing to say, unfortunately. You guys need to learn what people say and what people won't say if you're trying to troll. Mexican? Yeah, I could. Yeah, that really doesn't sound like a Daniel thing to say. That's not a Daniel thing to say. So I don't think he said it. I think you're trolling me, or just it's like you're expecting me to be like, oh man, Daniel, like I'm gonna respond in some like nasty way and be like, no. Yeah. He said he doesn't use engines, and that's completely fine. Yeah, he didn't say me. I mean, that's just not a Dan. When you guys troll, you have to understand what people will say versus what people won't say. What? Wait, what is this? Here, and he wants. No, but rook g5. You actually lose here. Okay, I mean, this is just a very weird. Yeah, very weird. Yeah, this is just this whole. None of this makes any sense to me. I'm literally just confused out of my mind. Yeah, this is just very weird. That's all I can say. Very, very weird. I think I'm gonna order like a cheeseburger or something. I actually want to be really bad. Maybe I could get a sandwich too. Yeah, I said you're too low rated. Analyze position. Yeah. What do I want? Do I want to be healthy, unhealthy? Be unhealthy, but. So we have a long stream. We've got like another 4 hours, assuming Title Tuesday happens. I should eat more hummus. I had hummus somewhere. I got some. Yeah, I went to this pita place when I was in the Mojave Desert, so it was pretty decent actually. There we go. Yeah. Eat more fish. I haven't had salmon in a while. Daniel said unhealthy, right? Yeah. Okay. King H just played. This will be a draw very soon. Let me just do my checkout. Checkout. There we go. There we go. All right, place my order. All right, I'm gonna go use the restroom quickly, you guys. We're gonna come back and we are going to start with our speedruns. Give me a second.